Yo, what's going on, everybody? Let me like do that. No, this, yes. What's going on, everybody? This is the finalists for the Wolves of Rome tournament, the first ever Wolves of Rome play to earn Cardano card game, and this is the first tournament that they're doing. So there might be some bugs when we do experience that game. Just don't worry about it. The devs will handle it like they did last time. It should be a great match. Let me check again who we're versing. I think it's Niek and somebody else. But yeah, we're gonna have one of the devs on the stream a bit later. I messed up the timing, so it's actually gonna start in like 30 minutes. But I'm gonna play Tommy from Freedom 35ers, so that's gonna be cool. And I'll get to talk a little bit about the game. So he said he had a room open. I don't see his room. Let me contact him again. Says room is open. Maybe he's watching me. You're not Zuma. There's no way you're Zuma, right? I don't see you, bro. You have version 8.5 or what is it? 0.86. 8.6. I don't think he's Zuma. Are you Zuma? Oh, you're on the old one. All good. All right, so I'm going to play Tommy pretty soon. Let me go figure out who the finalists are real quick. It is over here. Go to Dropbox. And then how do I fast forward this? Yeah, so it's Niek versus Benji. So that'll be a cool match. I'll actually, let me just bring up the, let me full screen it. I'm all over the place. Give me a minute, guys. Sorry about that. I was just in a call with Blake and Freedom 35ers and a few other people. We have some cool things that are coming out. I can't speak about it, but it is really cool. So I'm a little clutter-minded right now. I don't even know if that's a word. Where is my stream? Stream is here. Then let's go over to present, stop screen, present, share screen, screen 2. And then, yeah. So yeah, these are the finalists. We have Niek versus Benji, and they're going to be playing in about an hour. We do have the exhibition match with Blake, and I forget who Blake's playing against, but Blake versus somebody in about 15 minutes. We're going to watch that. And while we wait, hopefully, yep, we're going to be playing some Freedom 35ers. So let me go share my screen again, get back to the good old Wolves of Rome. Go back over here. Stop sharing this screen, share this screen, and boom. So this is the new version. I'm hoping that this version is allowing me to play the Necromancer deck, because with this deck, there's always a lot of bugs. There's a lot of effects that happen with this deck. So hopefully they have fixed some things. But this is one of my favorite decks. It's kind of one of those decks where, I mean, every card deck that you have to think a lot. But this deck in particular, you can kind of throw your enemies, or you can throw your allies just out there and you can attack whenever you want, because you don't care if they die or live for the most part. So let's check it out. Starting off with, I don't want any high cost cards up front, because, you know, you start off with less mana at the beginning. So let me just make sure that the screen is still showing everything. Cool. All right. So none of us can do, oh wait, I can play one thing. It's his attack turn. That's what that little orange rectangular attack sign means. And then I'm going to attack right away, not give him any chance to put something on the board. 1 damage is basically nothing, but better than actually nothing. We'll go ahead and attack. See what he's got to play. Okay, so this one's ability, every time that he plays an ally that's neutral, then he also summons the cockatoo. So that's why he got to summon, it looked like 2 at once. And then I'm going to do a landmark, which after 2 rounds, it'll draw 2 cards for me, which card pacing is pretty important in this game. You'll notice that sometimes I'll play a spell, then he'll play a spell, and then I'll play a spell, and you just use a bunch of cards all at once. And whoever ends up having the least amount of cards, usually in their hand, loses. So you do want to keep a close eye on that. I might want to go ahead and just kill his centipede up front, because he's going to be able to kill a lot of things, and it's going to keep boosting his defense to the same, but his attack's going to get a little stronger. Kind of a hard call here. Yeah, kind of a hard call. I'm going to just quick strike it. I've been playing a lot of Ken from JPEG Store lately, and he has always made me regret playing my spells too early. So hopefully that's not the case, but it is something that I've been thinking about more and more. So I do like to get this card out here. So whenever an ally unit dies, it grants him +1/+1. And like I said, with this deck, you just don't care if things die. In a way, you kind of want them to die. And there's a lot of dying effects, like summon another skeleton. So you really don't have to worry about anything. But actually, I'm going to keep it for defense, because he can just use this to block it, and then, nothing really happens. It would boost my Soul Eater 1, though. But I think I'd rather defend anyways. It's also good that he has a bunch of cockatoos up here, because eventually he can't fit any more cockatoos, and that's going to really mess up his ability. Ooh, he quick strikes it. That's a good move. Yeah, that's a good move. However, I do have Warhusk, which is my more favored card out here anyways. Every time that an enemy or an ally unit dies on my side, it deals 1 damage to the legend. And so I just want to kind of get this down. I don't really care how much he has up here. With my Necromancer deck, I can just, I can also click on this, and for 2 mana, it's going to summon a skeleton. So I can get units out in the field pretty quickly, and I don't really need to worry about them dying. Now, do I want to block? I think I'll block this. And I'll let the rest, because this is only 4 damage from 4 units, and I don't want anything to die necessarily on his side, because I don't want his ability to keep going up. I want this pink bar to stay low. Once he finishes this pink bar, he's going to get fortified, as well as boosting everything on his side by +1/+1. And it just becomes impossible to kill anything, especially since my units only deal 1 damage. Then essentially I'm not dealing any damage. Whoa. Okay, so he's just going to deal an extra 3 damage. I'm kind of cool with that. That's a waste of a spell, in my opinion. Yeah, that's I don't know. It's a decent bit of damage, but it didn't kill anything or like surprise me or make me use a spell. I don't think personally that that's the greatest time to place a spell. Let's see. What do I want to do? I kind of want to start getting some of this ability off, because at the end of every round, I can mark a card, and then when he dies, it deals 3 to every marked card. So I kind of want to do that, but I also kind of don't. Let's do this. Sacrifice this. That's going to deal 1 damage to his thing because something died from Warhusk's ability. Now he has excessive as well, this elephant, which I really like, because he has a few 1 costs right here. So if I attack this and then he defends with a cockatoo to try to block me, I'm still going to deal 4 damage. So excessive is really good with this deck. We'll see what he counters with. Okay, so this is a really good card. This gives all neutral allies +1/+1. I don't like that. I don't like that at all. I don't know what to do about it, but I definitely don't like it. We're going to place this. The strategy behind this card, in my opinion, for this exact move is that I'm going to use it to, I guess, attack now. No, I don't want to do that yet. This kind of stinks. I don't have the greatest move right here, but essentially when he attacks, I want to use this to defend, and then I want to give it to Warhusk because I don't want him to be able to quick strike Warhusk. I really want my damage to consistently keep coming in. Oh, man. Now that's really bad for me. I can do something to kind of make it even. Kind of. Actually, this will help a decent bit. There's a few things I can actually do here. I don't know if that's the best. I might just place this and then try to start getting some of this ability to like start putting onto his units to weaken them a little bit. He can no longer get any of the cockatoos out though, which is a really good sign for me. But all of his units are going to pack a punch now, so that's not a good sign. Okay, he doesn't attack with everything. He does want to save these two. That's most important. Don't know why he didn't attack with the cockatoo. I'm going to put this here. He only has 1 mana, so I'm not worried about a spell at the moment. I will let this die. I will also let this die. I can kill something, but I actually don't want anything to die. Not quite yet. So I'm going to do this. This is going to kill 1 skeleton, deal damage, kill 1 skeleton, deal damage. I'm then going to give this to Warhusk to keep him alive a little longer. Yeah, that's not bad. It's not bad. I will summon another skeleton just because I want things to block with. So the more things that I can block with and die, the better. Or at least that's how I'm viewing it. So I want to get this dude dead first, and then Snow Warrior, ideally, because I don't like the -1 on my skeletons, and I don't like the +1/+1 on his either. So it's getting really tricky right here. I kind of want to use this to give myself a +1/+1 on all of my bones units, which everything is a bones unit right here, except for these two. So that would kind of negate a little bit of the +1/+1 / -1, but nothing too crazy. I could also do another Lich Assassin, but then it's going to get confusing with which ones is attached to which one, and I'm going to forget because I don't have a remembering mind, whatever that word is. I'm forgetful. So, okay, this kind of stinks, but at least it'll deal 3 damage to him. And then I can kind of do a 2-for-1 here. I can oh no, I can't. Dang. I was gonna use Necro Drain to kill him because he's gonna die anyways, and then deal the 3 damage to him, and then his ability would go off and deal another 3 damage, and he would just die. But I can't do that now. So I just have to let him die. His ability will go off. He should whittle down to 3. Or 1 rather. Yep. But I still have no way of getting rid of him quite yet. But at least my skeletons deal 1. So if he ever does want to attack, I can do something. Overall, it's just rough. This card too, by playing it, I can also click on it and it'll also summon a skeleton. So now I have 2 that can summon a skeleton for a 2 cost, which I am pretty cool with. So if I attack with this with the animal bones, what could he do? He could put up a Snow Warrior, but that would be horrible. He could put up this, but that would be horrible. He could put up anything else and I'll deal damage and live. I think I want to attack with that. And that's it. And if he leaves it, I'm cool with 5 damage as well. So he's going to put up a cockatoo. I'll deal 3 damage, and I'll lose 2 health because of excessive. So I'm cool with that. He might actually have a spell here. He doesn't. Okay, so I even it up. Excessive is such a nice ability with the Necromancer deck and the way that I play it, so I'm cool with getting 2 attacks from excessive off. I really need this to die, though. Ooh, okay, actually, I'm not too worried about this. He doesn't have his Fortified up, so he's going to deal 1 to everything on his side of the field. It's going to kill this. It's going to kill this. It's going to whittle everything else down to 1. And it's going to deal 1 damage to both of our legends. It'll also deal 1 damage to all of my units, but that's not enough to kill. So I'm actually going to let him live this 1 turn so that he kills this off, unless he has something to protect it. But I don't think he does. So what is the best play here? Sacrifice 2. I could drain 1 from everything straight away. But I think it's... Ooh, that might be the play. That might be the play. That might be the play. Okay. Okay. All right. So I'm going to use Anubis Priest. I have to sacrifice 2 units. So I'll sacrifice a skeleton and a skeleton. That's going to deal 2 damage to him because of... It dealt 3. Oh, because I also drained 1 from him. So that's why it dealt 3. And now it's going to drain 1 from everything on his side of the field. Oh, wait, it did it again. Okay, that's interesting. It dealt an extra damage to him. I don't think it should have done that. But it killed off those units that it wasn't going to kill earlier, or that was going to kill later. And it also put a few of them at 1. So now all of these will die from his Nissa, because at the end of every round, it deals 1 to everything. So I like that move. Are we soft locked here, or is it his turn? I think it's his turn. I always forget with the timer. When there is a timer, sometimes it'll tell you it's your turn, but then it'll go to the other player's turn even before the timer's up, and then it'll soft lock. So I don't think that's what happened, though. Let me see. Is he saying anything? I'm going to ask him if he thinks it's my turn. If he does think it's my turn, then we're soft locked and we just have to start over. Oh, we're soft locked. That sucks. All right, so we'll just draw. That's sometimes when too many abilities go off at once. The game just it's still in alpha stages, so no big deal, but it's a little frustrating. We'll see if he wants to play another one while we wait, and we'll also check back in on the stream. UI looks pretty nice. Yo, what's up? I hate pants. Tommy is definitely stream snipe. Dude, I was thinking about that. I missed last cockatoo. Yo, what's up, Billy? Just dumped garlic powder into my oatmeal instead of cinnamon. Trying to listen to this. Oh my god. Dude, that sucks. I can't believe we soft locked. That's such a bummer. Okay. Do you want to do another one? Oh, he already opened it. Cool. I love this deck and I really want to use it, but let me try out. This is the other deck that I really want to get good with. This is the Aurelius deck. And so the reason why I like this deck is because of Regenerate. So, oh, you're using Zenobia. Interesting. I have all spells. Dude, this is actually garbage. That's a really horrible starting hand. Hopefully we draw something else. But the reason why I like it is because spells like Arcani Blast, it deals 3 to you, but then you can dish out 4. And because you have Regenerate, if you don't get killed that round, then you regenerate your health, which gives me a pink bar boost, and it does 4 damage to somebody. So overall, it's just a really good card paired up with this deck. So I'm going to start with an Equiet Knight, because that's all I can do. This card's pretty good too. It's really good when paired with another card that forces it to get little voice crack. That forces it to get Challenger, because then you can make it attack certain cards, and then you can get your Regenerate ability off. I think it's more beneficial for Aurelius though. So it'd be interesting to see what he does. And these cards right here, you start with when you're Zenobia, and they can't do anything. Your goal as Zenobia is to get rid of them. As soon as all 3 of these are gone, then she will upgrade into her second form. And she has 3 forms, unlike pretty much every other commander. I also have that card. I don't know if I want to use it. Well, I can't use anything else, so. Game look good. Now got a clue what's going on though. Oh, not got it. It's all good, homie. It's just like, that's all card games. It's really hard to know, like what's going on without just banging your head against the wall for a while. I mean, when I first played, the first deck I ever played was Decimus because I was like, oh, Challenger, like that's a cool deck. And I just got destroyed. And that's just a part of it. You jump into the game, you get absolutely smacked in the face, and then you figure it out from there. I think somebody else yesterday was telling me, they were like, I'm so bad at this game. Look at my win-loss ratio. And I was just like, you play only against good people. Like, and then he beat me. He beat me all, I think we played 4 matches. He beat me all 4 matches. And my win-loss ratio is way better than his. I was like, it means absolutely nothing. So I'm going to play Vocatus mainly, well, I could get rid of this weird wolf, but there's no reason for me to get rid of it yet. Also, the more soldiers I have in the field, the better this Equiet Knights is, because when I attack, for every soldier on the field, he gets +1. So early game, that's going to be a pretty good move. Like you'll see right here, it says it says he has 1 attack, but he's actually going to have 3. And then I'll attack with this too. So this is going to be 4 damage real quick. And that's the downside of this 1-cost card, is you can't block. So it's kind of brutal. Yeah, I don't even know what Hearthstone is. Hey, all good, man. I love card games. I actually spent money, and I never spend money on like mobile games, but when Yu-Gi-Oh came out with, I think it's called Duel Links, I was in England, and I didn't have like a whole lot of friends in England when I first went over there, and I just dove like headfirst into Duel Links, and I spent money for the first time. And then, like a dummy, I actually ruined it because I tried to recover my account on another phone. But what happened was I ended up not using the code correctly, and I just wiped all my data from like a full year or something of grinding. So yeah, it was a sad day. I wasted like $70 in a full year just to delete my entire account. I don't know why they would make such a convoluted system, but that's what happened. Wait, what happened? You killed something. I wasn't paying attention. What died? Oh, my knight. How did my knight die? Man, I need to pay attention. All right. So Praetorians is my favorite card, or one of them. Luckily, he at least doesn't have Challenger, but Praetorians is a really good card. I think I could just get rid of it straight up, but I'm actually not too worried about it. I have pretty much everything on the field deals with it like pretty easily. I'm just going to play another card. I'm not worried about it yet. I can handle it if I need to. Hopefully Tommy's not stream sniping me. Tommy asked me to distract you so he could kill you. Oh, you live in England too? That's what's up, man. Where do you live? I went to a school, and this is a good play for the werewolves too, because he gets rid of it and he gets to deal 4. So that's actually a really, really cool play. What I can do, nah, I'll just let it happen. Like I said, I don't want to go through my spells too early. But I went to a school in Portsmouth in England for about 2 years, and then I failed my second year, and they were like, you can spend $25,000 to come back next year. And I was like, you know what? I'll just drop out. Thank you. That sounds like a much better option. I did eventually get my degree, though, just not there. Oh, in Sussex. I don't think I've been to Sussex. I went to, there was this beautiful city because I play Smash Brothers Melee somewhat competitively. In England, I was like one of the best players, or like top 50 or top 100 in the world in England. But you know, not shitting on England, but for Melee, that's not saying a whole lot. So I was just trying to win some money so that I could eat because I didn't have a job. So I was just going to like a bunch of Melee tournaments. And I want to remember where it was. Brighton. I want to say it's Brighton, but it's a beautiful city. Well done on pushing through. Yeah, Portsmouth, it's not like the most exciting town, that's for sure. But I don't know. I met a lot of really cool people there. Shout outs to Dom, who's definitely not listening, but Dom was my Melee partner because not a lot of people played Melee. So I literally went to his house almost every day. And I was also much better than him. So I treated him like my protege. And I was just like, you know, don't do that. Don't do that. And I would just punish him every time he did something. He got pretty dang good. Like now Dom is really freaking good. Shout outs to the homie. Brighton is in Sussex? Oh, okay. That's probably why the name sounded a little familiar. Okay, so Praetorians, unless he has a spell, is not going to kill me here. This is a bad play unless he has a spell. So I'm assuming he has a spell. Legion Smith here is a horrible play. Because I have Regenerate. He must have a spell for one of them. You right? You got Bonfire Warmth, right? Yeah, on something. I don't know how new Tommy is, by the way. Yo, what's up, J-Hub? What it do, homie? Oh, he doesn't have a spell. Oh man, Tommy must be pretty new. Because with Regenerate, I'm gonna get all this back next turn, and it's gonna give me my pink bar, which you definitely don't want to give me. When this pink bar is completely filled, my commander right here, he promotes into a unit that is a little bit stronger and more health. And when he regenerates, the health that he lost will be dealt to the red health, the legend health. Straight up noob play there. It's all good, Tommy. How long have you been playing, by the way, man? I think fairly soon they're going to be starting. Oh, Tommy, bro, I ain't got 6 health. What are you doing, homie? Kill any unit with 6 health or more. I got 5. I think he's throwing right now. He's just throwing in the towel. I don't know. I don't know what you did. I kind of want to like give myself some health to like make that work, but it's just not going to. Another play that I could do, let's say this did have 6 health. I could then use this spell to deal 3 to my ally, and then he would no longer have 6 health. I would deal 4 damage as well because of the card's ability, and then this card wouldn't work. So definitely didn't read that. Oh, damn. Yeah, this is Atlanick versus Tommy right here. So sorry about that, Tommy. You wasted 6 elixir, but it's all good. It's all good. I think when I played L did the same thing to me. I think he didn't read the ability either. So this is a really cool card too. So when I place him, on placement, I choose a card to deal 3 damage to, and then deal 4 damage back. So I'm going to be able to kill this. Which I honestly might have wanted to just kill the Praetorians, but whatever. RTFC. What does RTFC mean? No screen hustling. It's all good. I don't mind at all. I think him learning here is more important. Like if he was a veteran or something, I'll just get my ass beat. I'd be like, dude, what the heck? But I would much rather him learn, and then we can play another game, and it'll be much more interesting. So the reason why I want to deal damage to my units is so that I can end the round, and then boom, I get 2 more pink bar, and they're back to normal health. So no loss, no harm, no foul. The other thing I can do here, which is going to be pretty cool, but actually I'm going to save it. This architect right here, I have 2 of them. I could play 1 right now, but that would kind of help him because he wants to get rid of these 2. And then when he does, it's going to summon 3 of a 3/2 card. But what I'm going to wait for is on the off chance he gets rid of these 2, then I can play this, and then it'll kill everything on his side, and I'll just win. I mean, I might just win right here, to be honest, but we'll see. So we'll no. I have a better play right here. Or do I? I kind of have a better play right here. I'm going to use Spell Duel to force this card to attack this card. And that should kill him because unless he has an ability or a spell, what's he got? Okay. Not a bad play. Because when he kills this, now I have to spend 6 elixir to play it next turn. But this is still gonna die. So not horrible. Kind of neat here nor there. Read the fucking card. Oh. Yeah. So now I can just attack straight up because he has nothing that can defend. I'm going to deal 6-9 damage. And then the other thing that to pay attention to is I have 4 cards and he has 2. And that's going to be really rough on him later on in the match. This card is really strong too. You're about to see. This is about to potentially even win me the game. I mean, it's not like I needed this card to win the game, but it might allow me to win next turn. Oh, smart play. Actually, well, yeah, I would say that's a smart play. Hopefully he's not screen watching though, because if he was, then he would know that that's a bad play. Or maybe a play that he has to do regardless, but oh wait, actually I can't play it back to back or else I'll kill everything on my side. You know what? That's wasn't a bad play on his side. So I'm going to play Legatus. And now you can see he gives +2/+2 to everything, excuse me, on my side of the field. So pretty good. Pretty good card. The other thing I could have done, I could have played my Architect, killed everything on my side of the field, brought him down to 3. It would have killed all of these and then quick striked, and it would have killed everything on his side of the field. And then I could have ended round and had like a 4 attack. It wouldn't have been the greatest because I don't want everything to die, especially when next turn I have Regenerate and it does this to my card. So probably a better play that I didn't do that, but it was a play that I could have done. Now, what do I want to do here? I think I want to just get him out. Oh. Okay, so this isn't too bad for me. I do lose Bonfire Spirit, but everything else has Regenerate. So unless he has a spell, then I'm also still not worried. I might just want to not do anything here. I can quickly use Quick Strike to get rid of that. It's something you can say as a dick or just oh, I see. Yeah. No, that's funny. I like it. RTFC. I've definitely messed up with that. The other thing that I see a lot of new players mess up with is they confuse the attack for the health. So sometimes they'll see like, oh, he has 7 health right here. Let me use Harpoon. But no, that's actually 7 attack. So I've seen that happen quite a bit too. And I'll just place this because why not? So I'm about to heal, I think 3. Yeah. So it's going to deal 3 to him as well because of his ability. And now the other thing that's cool with this, because it's going to deal 3 to an ally unit or me, which is good for the early game because you can get your pink bar early, but it's also good for the late game because now, unless he has a counter for this card, I can constantly deal minimum of 3 damage to his health points. I know, Yu-Gi-Oh term. I don't like calling it legend points or whatever. So that's just that's something I like to use the Battleborn or Battle-Worn Wolf for. Delphic Priestess is pretty good too. At the start of every round, she can heal 2 to an ally or the legend. So this can kind of negate a little bit of my damage, but I'm still at a damage like plus. I don't know what to call it. So I might want to use this. This is going to kill 3. Yeah, I do want to use this. So there's a few reasons. Everything on my side has regenerate, so I don't care, right? Maybe he has a quick strike, so it puts my werewolf in quick strike distance, which is not the greatest, but I'm playing a little risky because I don't care. But it does kill these 3. It'll bring this down to 6. It'll bring this down, and it doesn't matter because he has regenerate. But it'll also deal 2 to this. So that's just more damage. And it deals another 2 damage to this card, which will then, at the end of the turn, essentially deal an extra 2 back to here. So now I'm dealing 5 at the end of my turn, unless he can kill this, which it doesn't look like he can. So yeah, so I just dealt 5. And now all I have to do is continue to use Battle-Worn Wolf on this ability. I can essentially block the rest of the game and do absolutely nothing, and I should win. And I still have a deal 2 to everything if I somehow get him down even lower to kind of speed things up. In my opinion, I would have used the 2 on your life points, but maybe you just kind of are admitting defeat at this point because it is kind of GG. Let's see. What can I do? I can make this a little bit better. I can do this card to use on Aurelius to then attack you. So then this will bring him down 1 more health. So now it'll deal 4, and it should kill you next round unless you can kill my Aurelius. So this should be GG, even if I don't attack. Unless you have Quick Strike or something like that to kill this. Battle Ruins. Deal 3 to all allies, and then grant them +3/+3. So this is actually a decent card, because this can heal her, and this is regenerate. But I'm just going to end the game, because he can't defend, because he doesn't have enough cards to defend anyways. So that should be game. He's definitely going to want to... Yeah, I mean, it doesn't matter what he does. If he doesn't attack this card, then it's GG. And yeah, it's just overall, there's too much. But let me check on when Blake's match is. Let's see. Can you join the... All right, so I'm being asked to join the Gladiators voice chat. So give me a second here, guys. Let's see what the Wolves have to say. GG's, Tommy. Here, I'll show... Okay, so Blake is going to play against Josh Miller in the exhibition match. And that's going to start at 8 p.m. UTC. So in like 10 minutes. And I'm just listening in. They're having like a little pre-meeting right now. But that should be over in a second. We can get back. Just want to make sure I'm not missing anything.
After the games have concluded, if we're going to join the streams, I would need about 5 minutes to set everything up again. Okay. Sorry, you said that? I was looking at the screen. Yes. Yeah, okay, so then we'll just note whoever gets Benji. If Benji wins, we'll kill time before he's ready to join. If
play some dance pop music while we wait. All right, guys, let me turn off the... Actually, I'll keep on the music. I'm going to just go refill my water real quick. We're going to have Tribunus, excuse me, one of their devs join us in about 5, maybe minutes. So yeah, be right back with Tribunus. What's going on, everybody? Let me find the music to turn off real quick. There we go. So I found Zuma. I figured I'll just play him while we wait. We got a few minutes, but don't know if I was supposed to do that. Oh, okay. It is going to work. Cool. So yeah, we're going to have Tribunus join us pretty soon. He's one of the devs, and yeah, we'll go from there. Right now, just going to play until he joins, and then we'll have Blake's match to narrate probably about 15 minutes. So we'll get to watch Blake play his exhibition match, and then the tournament will start shortly after that. Hopefully this is a timed match, so it can go a little bit quicker. It is nice to kind of explain a few things, though, while you're going. I wonder, is there a timer for choosing the cards that you want to get rid of? Because he has taken a while. His client's also been up for a while. He's been searching for a match, I think, since I got live. It's like 45 minutes. So maybe that's why it's delayed. I'm not sure. I might just have to leave the match if it's not going to work. But let's see. We got about 2 minutes, and then we'll have Tribunus join us. We'll go over what's going to be happening. We'll watch Blake's match. We'll watch the finals. And it, I believe, is a best 2 out of 3. Maybe 3 out of 5 since it's finals. Tribunus knows. Let me see if it says in the spreadsheet. Let's see. We're also going to go over the banned decks and the choices that they make. So let's see. Okay, yeah, it is a best 2 out of 3. So it shouldn't be too long, actually. Yeah, Zuma is probably not there. He's been searching for too long. Let me just draw if that'll work. Also be nice if I could get some sound from the game. Let me try that one more time. I know StreamYard had an update recently, and it's been messing with the sound audio that comes from the screen shares. So let me go screen share, share system audio. And then I might actually want to bring this over here. Go to screen 2. Shouldn't be glitching out like that. Let's go back to Wolves of Rome. It should be live. Yep. Cool. So we can have that on the other screen. And then I don't think there's sound yet. At least I can't hear anything. So hopefully when there is sound, hopefully it comes through all right. I know last stream we had a little bit of issues with the sound coming through, but we'll find out. Maybe I'll put the music back on. Get some dance pop going. What else they have? They have Feeding the Ducks. What is this? It kind of reminds me of like Minecraft music. Hey, how's it going?
Yo, man? Hey man, how are you doing?
Doing well. How about you?
Pretty good, pretty good. I'm stoked to be here with you.
Hell yeah, man.
We're ready with the stream in 26 seconds. Let's get going.
Heck yeah, we got, what are we going to do at first? We're not going over Blake's yet. He's got about 10 minutes until he's online. So what is the intro going to look like?
Yeah, so first, I can actually pull it up right here. So sorry, I'm looking off at my second monitor here. So we're going to have first a pre-match chat, or, you know, the other guys are going to have a pre-match chat first. So we can, you know, tune into their stream and look at what they're looking at and have our own little ping pong about what's going on. It's most likely going to be a walkthrough and a you know, catch up of the match and the tournament so far. And then we move into the exhibition matches, which is going to be sick. We have Josh from SeaWorld playing from one side, but I must admit I can't remember who's playing from the other side. I think it's Blake CNFT. Yeah, no, it's definitely Blake CNFT. Sorry, Blake CNFT is playing against Josh. Then after the exhibition match, we are going to have a little sponsor break where we're going to do some shout outs and say thank you to all our sponsors. And then we move into match 1 of the finals. Woohoo.
Nice.
Yeah, it's going to be sick. I'm looking forward to it.
So what are the some of the updates in the most recent, I guess, patch?
So in this case, it's actually been mostly stability. We've been really trying to not mess too much with game balance in the last couple of weeks during the tournament because we felt it was kind of unfair to the players that we made them lock into different choices of commanders, and then if we did an update in a given week during the last couple of weeks, then it could really impact the balance of their deck. So the last couple of weeks, not really that many changes to balance, mostly just stability and making sure that everything really does work. But then moving forward, I know that there has been a few issues, as we saw in the semifinals with Terracropolis against Terracropolis. The back end doesn't really like to work with that, but our devs are strong-willed. They can handle anything that's thrown at them, so they'll get it sorted. But yeah, no, and then other than that, it's just implementing new cards. Our game designer Arturs and our art director and lore writer Akira have been working closely together lately to make ready for implementing maybe a new empire without saying too much. So yeah, it's going to be interesting, and it's going to be really cool. I'm looking forward to seeing what they have in store for us.
Yeah, I was playing the Decimus deck a bit yesterday, and I just keep trying to make that deck work, and it works really well against the Cockatoo deck because the Cockatoo gets out those Cockatoos pretty early, but if you can get up to the excessive, then you don't have to worry about killing the Cockatoos because you deal a bunch of damage. So
exactly, if you can survive the early game, in an Aurelius versus Cockatoo matchup, then as soon as you hit late game, then you're pretty set. Then the Cockatoo players don't really have that much to counter with. So
yeah, let me see.
I feel
actually, Zuma, me and him were in a game. I'm trying to trying to get out of this match.
Now come on, beat him.
Well, he's I think he's gone, so we're just kind of sitting
enough.
here. Yeah. Oh, okay.
So we're just looping through a catch-up of the tournament so far, who won the different rounds and matches, bringing us to where we are today. How about you, man? How have you been doing? Have you been holding up?
I've been doing good. I wanted to show, but I kind of don't want to get off the stream. So on the deck that I was looking at on Decimus, there's that one card. It's a 2/2, and when you play out other cards that are soldiers that don't have Challenger, it grants them Challenger. And it's really important, obviously, for your Challenger commander to get those challenges out.
Yep.
So I was like, how could we make this Challenger deck just a little bit better? And I don't know if that's biased because I love that deck, but if there was a card I'm thinking about that could give Challenger to units that have already been placed on the board, I think that would be a little bit, I don't know, helpful. I don't think it would be too broken because at the moment, the only way to get more Challengers is to preemptively have that unit on the board. But if there was a spell or an ability, maybe something like that.
So correct me if I'm wrong. Now, I'm not a Decimus player. And I must admit, my attention has been needed elsewhere for the last couple of months, so I haven't been as deep into the other deep dives of war, other than my Zenobia and Terracropolis and Cockatoo. But I seem to remember that we have a card somewhere in their collection that states something along the lines of, at the end of a round, give a random allied unit soldier or something Challenger. So there is a way. I think that there is a way, but it might have been removed, or I might be remembering wrong.
There's no card out there that does that.
They might have changed it because I seem to remember it was there back in the day. But this is maybe based on months old memory.
Yeah, I'll pause this and I'll actually just show the
show us the current lineup. Come on.
Yeah,
let's look at it.
So I have 3 different Challenger decks. As you can see, I've been banging my head against the wall, trying to get it to be the best it can be. So, you can make this a Challenger, right? All with Legion Smith, which is the card I was referring to earlier. And I love that card. But
Legion Smith is amazing.
But yeah, there's no card on here that gives Challenger to anything other than Legion Smith. There is whenever an ally unit challenges, you grant this 1+1.
Yeah, true.
And then there's whenever an ally unit uses challenge, grant them +1.
True. I actually go back up. I feel like I want to say it was the first iteration of Rome's Assassin.
Oh, okay.
I might actually feel like that is it, but I might be wrong. Don't hang me up on months old memory. You know, too much has been going on.
Oh, it's all good. I just think the challenge deck is good, but it just needs a little bit better. But then again, I might be biased just because I love it.
I feel you. No, I'm completely opposite. I'm definitely a Zenobia player all the way. I love Zenobia. As much as I love the game design, challenge is not my cup of tea. That's not how my game style is. But the way I've built my Zenobia deck, which is really a rush deck, and I have so many different ways of being able to get my aristocrats off the board. Yeah, Ken's rush deck, exactly. Nice.
Yeah.
I just love her play style. She's just that's me, man. It also really reflects the way I used to play Magic back in the day. So.
I guess I accidentally got rid of all the cards in there. Something happened. Oh, there we go. It just didn't show up the first time.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. Ken, the first time I played against a rush deck, he destroyed me when I was using Decimus. And I was like, what just happened? I didn't know people rushed. I didn't know that was a thing.
Yeah. It can seem quite overwhelming because it's just like turn 3 full board and you're sitting there with like a 1/1 and like, oh God, leave me alone.
He had all of his first pieces off the board by like turn 4 because I forgot that you can use regular mana and spell mana together. So he used that spell to wipe his entire board. I think it's the Battle Ruins. And then he just attacked me. It was like 9 damage. I didn't even have anything on the board nearly at that time. It just like 9 damage. I was like, dude, this is brutal.
Damn.
Yeah. So
yeah, I get that.
But I'm going to go back to the stream now so that we don't miss it.
I was going to say it exactly how we're looking here. They're still just cycling through it.
Yep.
So when did we get you into testing?
Man, so Hoplite hit me up probably half a month to a month ago, and he was like, "Hey, I have this idea for a kind of like a esports kind of tournament," and I was like, "Dude, that sounds amazing. I've been meaning to play your game, and I just haven't yet. But you telling me that you want me to stream, your game, like." I don't want to just stream your game. I want to know all about your game when I stream it. I want to be able to be like, no, that was a dumb move. That was a cool move. Like, I want to know the ins and outs. So when he told me that, I was like, it's game time, So I downloaded it, and like that day, and I played, I think it was like 8 hours that day that he hit me up and told me. And then I played like another like 6 hours the day after. I got one of my homies into it that's not even into Cardano NFTs. And now he wants to buy a Wolves of Rome. And it's awesome, man. So probably like the 20th of last month, around that time.
Wow. Okay, so still pretty new to the fray.
Yeah, I'm still pretty new, but the amount of time that I've played it.
Sorry, how have you been finding the learning curve of it? Do you have any prior experience like with Magic, Hearthstone?
So I've played Hearthstone a little bit. I lost my account, so I just stopped playing. I played a lot of Yu-Gi-Oh! Not really into Pokemon or nothing like that. That's not really a card game anyway. It's probably a bit different, but yeah, I love card games. I love strategy games. I love tower defense games, like anything to just get me thinking about anything but real life. You know what I mean?
I feel. Oh yeah. I feel. Yeah, it's an escape. It really is, but it's also good entertainment, good fun.
I love it.
The most important part.
I think what's really cool is that there's only a few decks and a few cards right now to get into the game, so it's really easy for me to learn. And that's what I liked, because I was like, this game is going to have way more cards coming. This game is going to have way more strategies that you can combine with other cards when they come. So I want to know all the basics right now while it's still pretty fresh. I play Super Smash Bros. Melee somewhat competitively. And in that game, I think there's only like 20-something characters. So you only have to learn like a few matchups because only some are actually that good. The other matchups you can kind of just get by being better or like raw talent because those characters suck. And I like that because in the new Smashes, like there's 50 characters, 100 characters. You have to know so many matchups. And I'm just like, dude, I don't have time for this. So I love that I got to get in early, and I love that I know everything that I know now because I'm just ready for the new cards.
Epic. No, dude. And there's going to be a lot. Our vision for the future is going to be a continuous stream and implementation of, new sets, new cards, new strategies. Already now, our game designer can't be too long. We have 10 seconds until the match goes live here. But basically, our game designer, he's been really good with foresight. He's already now made space in the mechanics of the game for really intricate mechanics in the future. So we have way more in store. But without further ado, we're live already, going straight into the first exhibition match, it seems.
Yeah,
So
I don't
that's
hear any
Blake's.
sound on my end.
Yeah. Oh, no, now I hear sound now, don't you?
Do you hear sound?
I hear sound, yeah.
Okay, well, if everybody else can hear sound, that's cool. I'm not hearing
Unless it's
anything.
your stream I'm hearing it from. That would be weird.
Huh. Let me just double check what my settings are on, but I don't mind if everybody else can hear sound, because it was the other way around last time. Oh, there we go. Yep, I can hear sound now.
Epic.
Cool. Last time with Ken for whatever reason, but we have Cockatoo versus Cockatoo.
Yeah, yep. Yes, it is indeed. Josh and Blake's CNFT facing off here, and Blake already out with 2 creeps on the board. Dying
Maybe
Goblin 3/2. I hate that artwork. Like, I love and hate the artwork at the same time.
It's like so hideously amazing.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
Yeah, I don't know. How do you feel about the dying card?
It's difficult for me to say, because from Magic I used to play a lot of grave milling decks, and I know right now it seems like there's not a lot of value in having something that dies that quickly and has such a short presence. But if you look at the mana cost of it and then the power that you got, it was a 3/2. That essentially is pretty good pretty good value if you know how to use it correctly. So if he had used it and then got an attack out of it instantly, then that would have been good value already there. But yeah.
But he used it on his defense turn, or he didn't attack or something.
No, I don't think he attacked because he also had a cockatoo, so he just didn't attack.
Yeah, interesting. Maybe I don't know. I think Blake's still learning a little bit, so
either that or he makes the mistake that I still make sometimes, which is just being too fast on the pass button.
Yeah,
I do the exact same with Magic in real life. I sit there, I'm like, I play this, play that, and then I pass for turn. Oh no, shit! I wanted to do this, but I already set pass. Oh god damn.
With Magic, do you have like a timer as well?
No, but when you get late game, you kind of just get into so many different things happening that you don't want to. You're very cautious of not wanting to spend 5 minutes per round, especially if you're playing Commander, which is a 4-player game mode rather than a 1v1. Then you'll have a really crazy board state. So you want to be kind of quick, and that the more shit's going on, sorry my language, the more suddenly you might overlook something, and then you just pass your turn, and then you're like, no, I wanted to do I could have done this. I would have had another card on the board for free, or I had unspent mana, or something. So yeah. Oh, but now he's going face with 2 cockatoos and a Cardo Thief.
I think he made a mistake by using that fast spell too early.
I wasn't looking at the stream. Which spell did he use?
I forget what it's called, but it's the +3/+2 spell. It costs
Bolster.
3 mana. No.
Adrenaline Rush then.
Yes. Bolster gives the fortified too, which is really cool.
True. Yeah. Oh, dude, hey, I feel like you know the cards better than I do nowadays. Damn.
I've been playing a lot, and Ken keeps me on my toes.
Most likely more than I have, sadly, must admit. Again, attention is needed elsewhere. So much going on in the, we have so much more in store for you guys. Kyle, he's manning the front and managing the team a lot. I'm just, hidden away behind the curtains, doing a lot of business admin. But it's all important stuff. We're moving the right direction. I'm curious as to why Josh already played his commander onto the board when he has a full hand.
Yeah, I don't know. We're seeing a lot of looks like rookie play here, which is kind of cool. If I had to guess, this is probably less than Blake's 10th time playing the game. I'm not sure actually. I did just speak with him, but I don't think he's played too much.
It is. Yeah, he's also pretty new, like very new.
And so I don't actually know about SeaWorld Josh though. I don't know how much he's played.
I literally think he's played for the first time like today or yesterday.
Okay. So yeah, we have a lot of people learning the game right in front of us.
Mhm.
But when you see a fast spell, there's a slow spell and a fast spell. You don't want to use the fast spell early. You can definitely wait and throw your opponent off guard by using it last second. And
True.
sometimes they use a spell, and then you can use your spell to counter their spell, and then you get even more value out of it. So that's why I like to save fast spells for the last second.
Yep, they can be very situational, whereas slow spells are very much more a you do something premeditated. So I agree with you. I try to also keep them on my hand to be more reactive and throw my opponent off. Wow. Okay, so Blake's CNFT now with a full board state.
Yeah, he uses the Elric Wolf Master, which summons 2 wolves, but also due to the Cockatoo's ability, he also summons a Cockatoo. So he gets 4 cards for
Exactly.
the cost of that 1.
So he's already halfway towards his promotion.
He's got to start doing some things or he's going to be stuck, though.
Arm up.
Again, you don't need to use those fast spells so early.
Nope.
And he might not even attack. He doesn't look like anybody can attack, so...
Not this. He's already attacked. I think it was the first thing he did. So now we're on round 6. And it's Blake that has priority this turn.
I would just go for a full-out attack. Yep.
Yeah, exactly.
You want some things to die here because you can't summon anything unless there's something dead. I mean, you can,
100%.
but you won't get the Cockatoo's ability.
Yep. Yeah, so you if he had a full board state, he could play a creature card from his hand and replace something on the field, but he wouldn't be able to do that same forced replacement with the summon ability from Cockatoo when he would proc it. So and he needs to see the Cockatoos being summoned for him to get those procs.
So that's smart. He went for one of the 2 attacking ones. He's got 2 attack, 2 health. So he's trying to, make the most out of his Cockatoo, but it's not too bad. This is not too much damage. Ooh, a quick strike. Now, when the quick strike kills the commander, it's not actually going to deal that 2 damage from the carded thief because it still counts as a block. So you might see that it doesn't go down to 10, it just went to 12.
That is correct. Okay, so a Snow Warrior. That's an annoying card, but I think it's too little too late here. That leaves him with what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 damage on the board compared to the 10 he would have had before.
It's definitely a big help.
Yeah, but if he can play something, yeah, well, at least he has this round as well to kind of, hopefully gain some footing since Blake has to be on the defensive here. Okay, so he plays a Delphic Priestess. That actually is might make a difference here.
Yep. So at the beginning of every round, the Delphic Priestess can heal 2 to your legend or 2 to any unit on the field.
Correct. Exactly. And like we mentioned before with the Aurelius situation, this would be the point where Cockatoo would slowly start to lose steam. So one could hope that because now, well, no, Blake still has a full hand, and so does Josh. So he's not really a hit on card draw, but Blake is kind of locked into his current situation.
Yeah, Blake is in a scenario where only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 actually deal damage. So he only really has to block 5, or he can even let it happen because he'll use Delphic Priestess to negate that, and it could essentially only be 3 per round. And because Blake's hand is board is completely full, he can't upgrade his commander anymore. So by not killing those Cockatoos, it's a good strategy sometimes.
Yep, I was gonna say the same. If I was him, I think I would mostly just block. What would? No, actually, I wouldn't block anything. I think they all have only 1 HP. I would just leave them, except for the Cardo Thief. Block it with a Cockatoo just for the sake of it.
Yeah, you can.
So he's giving him
sacrifice those Cockatoos because you're gonna want to put more on your board eventually too.
Now that's a weird decision to me.
Seeing a lot of new stuff.
Okay, so Prio has been passed.
Cards.
True, no, dude, their hands are full. They've been full all game. But for Blake, I get it less than I get it for Josh because Blake has been playing so many cards. Josh hasn't really. before now.
That was an interesting play to use that arm up card on the cockatoo. I might have used it on the River Thief or something a little bit better. I don't know.
Yeah, it's weird. It's hard to tell. Like, I think for sure Blake has won this. Oh, okay.
Yeah, I don't know. I really don't know. But I think that SeaWorld, you know, depending on how he plays it, could be in a better position.
Yeah, especially with the Snow Warrior really making the situation annoying for Blake. Okay.
He needs to
Now
start
I'm
to learn how
curious.
to sacrifice his cockatoos, though, so that he can get more on the board later. Or else he's going to fall into the same position.
So what? So what he would want to do is attack only with his cockatoos and save his big creeps.
Yes. Yeah. I think both of them, you know, Blake has all expendables on his side of the field.
Exactly.
So SeaWorld has a lot of threats. Snow Warrior is a big deal. Delphic Priestess, a huge deal. Cronus, another huge deal.
Yeah, no. Ooh, so a Sea Hunter Drake. That Challenger can actually be cool. That could take care of the Snow Warriors. Let's see how he uses it. Who has Battle Prio next round? Do you remember?
I don't remember.
Let's see here what happens.
Okay,
so it's back to Josh. Back to SeaWorld, yeah.
If it was you, who would you attack with the Challenger?
How much HP does Snow Warrior have? That's
got 5.
Yeah. What I think I would do is, so I would sort out the damage like this. I would take my Sea Hunter Drake as my first attacker, because then they, you know, will be placed in the first line of the. Okay, Bounty Hunter Nissa. Damn.
We've
seen how that can change games. Yeah, exactly. No, I would take Sea Hunter Drake placed first in the stack all the way on the left side to challenge the Snow Warrior. And then I think the rest of the way through, I couldn't really do anything. He can block as he would, but I would attack with the full board, because then when combat damage resolves, I would get rid of the Snow Warrior, which would then remove that negative ability from all of my creeps, meaning that the rest of combat damage would be more favorable to me.
That's a good point. Yeah, I wasn't sure if I wanted to maybe kill Cronus with it, because it'll also give him +1/+1. But then again, the cockatoos are still dealing 0. So I think you're right with attacking Snow Warrior first.
Yeah, no, I was split between Cronus and Snow Warrior, but I think the right call is getting rid of Snow Warrior.
Oh, but now with her ability, the Sea Hunter Drake's only going to have 4 attack.
So, okay, yeah, that's interesting now.
Now he has to, well, he still doesn't have to. Well, this stinks, because now it's going to die from attacking the Snow Warrior.
True. But also, how much damage does SeaWorld have on the board here? 5, 8, 11, 17, 23, 25, 6. He has lethal if he can get through.
And if he has 20 spells too to boost it.
He has 32, 35 damage. And if those two, they can only block. Oh, okay. Okay, there we have the answer. The Black Swordsman dealing 3 to all enemy units. Okay.
That's a good play.
Yeah, it is. I think it's the only play. If you had that card in the hand, that's the card you should play. Yep. Definitely. You know, also if you know what Cockatoo can build from, he doesn't have access to cards like Architect Werewolf. So this is, I think there's 2 board wipes now in the neutral set. There is, you know, Black Swordsman, and there's Disappearance, right? Or is Disappearance? Yep. Yeah. Okay, good.
Yep, and the Disappearance doesn't work against neutral allies, so it's really good with the Cockatoo deck.
True. So, well, then it is his only play if he had it in hand. There you go.
Yep.
Okay, that's a great equalizer there.
Yeah, he really needed that. Delphic Priestess's ability isn't going to go off before Nessa's, though, so Snow Warrior is going to die next turn.
Oh, true. That's true.
So are both of his cockatoos. Ooh. Man, he's putting up some threats on the board. SeaWorld might make this comeback.
Yeah, he's caught up to promotion counters as well. I think he might be ahead now. Still left with 6 mana for the round. And I don't think Blake wants to attack here.
Okay, that's a pretty decent move.
Ooh, nice. Okay. Getting rid of
It's
the
interesting
Cronus.
because it would have died in 2 turns anyways. I don't know.
Oof. Okay. Slay gain gain +1/+1. Can be, if he doesn't challenge it, can become a problem. And what else can he? Oh no, he can challenge the Delphic Priestess now with her HP.
That's
He
true.
can also challenge the Nissa. That might be the better call, actually.
Nissa might you might want to keep Nissa on the board because it's going to kill a lot of things on his side and dwindle his health.
Actually, good point. That's actually a really good point.
He doesn't have anything on his side that he like has to keep, you know? Because if he didn't choose with Challenger. Oh,
no.
I don't understand.
Okay, no.
Yeah, he might not have known.
That's sad. That's sad.
Yeah, because you could have at least attacked the raccoon. Oh, well, I guess it's going to happen anyways. But
okay.
It might have been better to attack the centipede with the Challenger.
Yeah,
or no, the priestess. I still think you're right with the priestess.
I'm completely unsure now. But I think Josh was right in seeing that he should block with the Snow Warrior because he was just going to die there now.
That's true. That was a smart play.
Okay, so this is anybody's game now.
Yeah, the priestess can continue to heal the HP of the priestess, and then next round do the legend, and then rinse and repeat that over and over again to keep her alive.
Yep. Well, let's see if he realizes this.
Eventually, Nessa will kill herself.
Yeah, true. Oh, he can just start healing her.
That's true, but then Delphic Priestess will eventually get weak.
Oh, he just does, back and forth.
Yeah.
One time Delphic, one time Nissa.
That's true. It's still 1 on your 11 HP, which you really don't want it that low, but we'll see.
True.
True. He's in a tight spot, that's for sure.
So how much damage is this? 16 on the board. Okay.
This is nice. This is really clutch. And he might even have a spell to boost it a little bit. We'll see.
He does have all of his mana available.
He passes it. Okay.
Okay, yeah. Oh, another Black Swordsman. Okay.
Black Swordsmans are so clutch.
Yeah. Damn. Well, at least SeaWorld Josh was like, nope, you get down here with me, man. And now they're at least at the same level, but
I was wondering if he was gonna have his own. Oh,
I was literally thinking the same. Yeah, there we go. Okay. What you say, Blake? I got you too. Damn.
Oh
nice.
man.
Okay. And what is it? 1 creep from promoting on Josh's side here.
Wow, dude, he really made a strong comeback.
I feel like I saw both players like start understanding the game more through this match. I don't know if you got the same. Like, it feels like they were starting out rough and then they both made better and better decisions throughout the match.
Yeah, I agree. They're like, hold up, people are watching me. Let me
exactly.
pull out all the stops.
Lima Spirit in a Cockatoo deck can whatever you can do, I can do better, he says.
Oh, but it's not played yet. There's a trick with it that Ken taught me. You can play your commander and then upgrade him, and you save 2 mana.
Yep, exactly. No, yeah. Whoa, save 2 mana. Oh yeah, his price goes up to 6 when he promotes. I think you're right.
Yep. Not all commanders do that, but Cockatoo does.
True. I think Zenobia does the same as well. She increases slightly on her promotions, but I can't remember for the last 3, to be honest. And he follows up with his own promotion as well. Noish. Okay, so we have a face-off here. Let's see if both of them get their commanders into play before the match is over.
And because Blake's commander hasn't died yet, it's just a 6 cost. But because SeaWorld, his did die, it's an 8 cost. And every time it dies, it goes up by 2. And eventually, if it does go to 12, then you can never play it.
Correct. Exactly, because you can only use the spell mana on, funnily enough, spells.
Yeah, I was thinking about that the other day, though. I was like, it would be cool if I could use 12, all my mana, to play this one card.
So we are going to implement cards that give you temporary mana.
Okay.
Let me just say that.
That's
so
cool.
there will be ways where you can crack a card or a spell card or an ability of some creature or whatever have you that says now you have 2 extra mana until the end of the round or something like that.
That's cool.
So and that's not an uncommon mechanic from other card games. So definitely, and I know for a fact, I've been talking to our game designer. I talk to him every day, and he's already thinking of how to implement this. It's just not something we need for version 0.0.1 of the game. But now, when we move into beta and when we move into a bigger collection of cards, then we're most definitely going to have more intricate, life manipulation, resource manipulation, board state manipulation, because the main idea is first build a robust structure of the game, build core mechanics that function well, and then build out from that. So
yeah, I have a million different questions, but like they're all bait questions. Like, will there be a card that does this? Will there be a card that does that? But I
most likely, yeah, in most of the cases that you can come up with, because all of us in the company, we play a lot of card games, and that stretches a lot, across Magic the Gathering, Hearthstone, Legends of Runeterra, even Gwent, whatever have you.
Oh yeah, Gwent was really fun.
So, exactly. So we have a passion for cards that can do anything you can think of. They just have to have the right use case. They have to have the right niche. They can't be overpowered or too broken, and then not be scarce enough or whatever. So again, yep, most likely whatever you can think of, we're going to have something down the line that does something very close to that idea. The only question is, when is the right time to implement those cards?
Right. Yeah, one of the cards that I was thinking of, because I always find myself in a situation where they have like 2 or 3 just absolute units, and I can't do anything about it. And I was like, if there was like a 5-card cost that was just like, you can take control of their card for 1 turn, like a spell, and then I could take it and attack the other card and like weaken both of them or kill one of them, like that would just be great.
Oh, that's going to happen, definitely. And that would also lend itself perfectly to not just one, but quite a few different characters from the lore, from what I remember reading. I think there would be a lot of different ways to implement that in a cool way. But yeah, no, definitely we will have spells or creatures that let you take over your opponent's board.
That's awesome.
So I can nearly guarantee that. Again, not an unheard of mechanic in Magic, for example. That's very common in that game.
Yep, I think that was a Yu-Gi-Oh thing too for a little bit. But
true, that happens too. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know how much Yu-Gi-Oh you played, but they have so many different packs and upgrades throughout the years.
I know that, so I follow on a sideline, more to speak. I don't really, care for the game. I used to watch the anime a lot when I was a kid, but I never really got into Yu-Gi-Oh. But it was something that, while I was playing Magic in the courtyard of my school, right next to me, my other couple of friends would be playing Yu-Gi-Oh. So I was, very exposed to it. I know the setup of the game and the mechanics and how it works, but I never played it myself.
Gotcha. Yeah, I played a lot when I was younger, but my friend group was like 2 to 3 years older than me when I lived in Massachusetts, and they would only let me play if I put up a card, and it had to be a card that they liked. Okay. So they just stole my cards basically. But it was fun. Like they were good friends. It's just they didn't want to play unless it was worth something to them.
So funny you mentioned that back in the old day, because there was actually something in Magic as well called the ante. Like a pirate's ante, the booty, the loot. So it was very common in competitive matches back in Magic also to play for a card. So what you would do is, before the match begins, the top card of your deck, you turn it over, like both players do that, and then that whatever the top card was, as long as it wasn't a land or so like a resource, then that would be the ante. That's the loot for that game.
Dang, what if it was a really nice card though? So be it.
That's just lady luck is either with you or against you. You shuffle your deck, you're ready to go, and then the very last thing you do before you draw your hand is you flip that top card to see what are you putting on the line for the match, and then you draw your hand.
Yeah, but I kind of like that better.
Yeah, So and it was such a big thing that like it was such a common thing in Magic that it was even referenced in a lot of cards in the very very old sets of Magic. So there would be cards that that had you actually add another card to the ante. So that
Oh,
concept of the loot would actually be referenced on the cards themselves. But then a lot of people got very sour about that whole concept of losing cards, and then got even more sour about the fact that Wizards of the Coast, the company behind Magic, were also actively trying to push this this thing of gambling away your cards basically. So they completely got rid of it, and it also kind of phased out of normality within the community.
dang. That's crazy.
Dude, I would go crazy if I lost a card in
Yeah.
in a match.
Dude, it
My
sucks.
collection is dear to me,
Yeah, and I mean, I was kid, when I was playing, I had to beg my parents for money for packs, and if I finally got
Exactly.
them to give me money, and then I just happened to get lucky for a good card, and then my friend took it, it's like, dude, I have like 5 more months of grinding, begging my parents.
I feel you. I feel you.
So
Okay, so I feel like we've
SeaWorld
been
might
going
just
a little bit.
win. He's gonna win. SeaWorld
He
won.
is gonna win.
That's
we
crazy.
get off our tangent right in time to see the killing blow go through here.
Yeah, he
Well,
tried with his
damn.
Lord Cockatoo, but SeaWorld's Lord Cockatoo is combined with a Cronus, 3 lemurs from Lemur Spirit.
Yep.
Well,
And that Lemur, I love Lemur Spirit, one of my favorite cards. Also a big reason to why my Zenobia deck is so good, because as soon as you get late game and you have Lemur Spirit get on there and you make sure to protect her and keep her safe and doesn't die, and get her to summon a lot of those lemurs, they just exponentially give more value and more power on the board because they buff each other. So it's I love her, love Lemur Spirit.
yeah.
Cool. Well, congratulations to SeaWorld.
Yeah.
There you go.
No,
And
that was crazy.
Atlanick, I'm gonna have to do it, but you see all these beautiful sponsors on the screen, and I know that Kyle Hoplite is shouting them out on the other stream, and I didn't have a chance to do it, so I'm not gonna do it. There you go.
We'll go back. But
No.
we'll go back after this, after we see.
Exactly. No. It's just much love to JPEG Store, Hosky Token, and Perplexes for supporting here with a crazy prize wallet, which we're gonna have to check out at some point.
Yes, sir.
Because people keep on buffing it up. I'm okay. So we're already straight into to bans here. Yeah,
so they
no.
banned the Necros.
Yep. Are we gonna have another mirror matchup? Cockatoo against Cockatoo, Benji, Niek facing off against the. Oh, or was that a glitch? Maybe. No,
maybe they're
okay.
they're just showing it the animation again.
Maybe they are. Maybe they're just trying to drag it out.
It does look like a mirror match. So it does look like they're gonna do Cockatoo versus Cockatoo though, based off of that animation.
It seems like it. Seems like it. Okay.
And,
No. So I know what it can be. Benji has been having a few connectivity issues today. We've been in contact with him, so I think it might just be him loading into the match. That's what I can imagine going on here.
Gotcha. Also, shout outs to NFT Touchable. He said, "Man, I couldn't find the time to get the onboarding done yet, but I love card games. Gonna get it done and try it ASAP." So huge shout outs to NFT Touchable. I'm sure you guys have seen it around. Some of those nice drawings that they do and people put up on their walls, most of those are from NFT Touchable and they look beautiful. So shout outs to NFT Touchable, making our NFTs something physical.
Nice. Well, dude, NFT Touchable, you can just add any of us, the developers or team in the chat, and we'll definitely get you hooked up with an onboarding sooner rather than later. Or if you're keen on card games, like you mentioned, we also have an onboarding video that does most of the teaching for you. So you can also just do it in your own time. But yeah, dude, reach out to us if you need help. Happy to see you in there.
Yeah, huge shout outs to NFT Touchable, man. They hit me up, it was months ago, but they were like, "Hey, we're practicing some of our art, and we just want to send you something for all that you do in the space." I was like, "Thank you, man." And he was like, "Yeah, we'll give you a free portrait of whatever NFT you want." So obviously, I chose my clay, and I have like a huge, giant Clay Nation picture now. So
nice.
Huge shout outs.
How much do they go for typically?
So the one that he gave me is around 110, 120 after shipping and handling. So
ooh, not bad. Okay.
Yeah, it's really not too bad. It is a pretty large one too.
What kind of build? What's it made of?
Let me go to the site and show it real quick.
Please, I'm curious. Only heard of, not really. Sadly, dived deep.
So this is the
Oh,
site.
that's beautiful.
Yep. So you click on create yours now, and they're making some more products as well. So this one right here, I think this is the cheapest one for 60, and it's the thin, or thick rather, style. It tells you like the inches and the centimeters, and then I think mine was a 20 by 20, but the smallest size is 16 by 16. And you can, tell special requests in here. Maybe I don't know what you can do, but maybe you want the face to be like contrasted brighter or something. Maybe that's something you could do. Honestly, not sure, but you can, choose a larger size, and then you can see up here it changes to $70, which is a lot better than I thought it was. I think maybe they went down in their pricing or something. And then you can enter
It
the
looks really
NFT
good.
image. Yep. And do it whatever you want. So yeah, huge shout outs to them.
I'm gonna have to check them out more. I've only heard them in the passing, or heard of them in the passing. Very nice. Okay, so I'm just gonna see if I can get word here from our team what's happening. See if there's an update for me somewhere here. Boom. Okay, so I'm getting word here that they're starting the Lich ad in 3 minutes, and then we'll have a 1-minute timer after that before the match actually starts.
Sweet.
So right now it seems like they've already announced here the bands and the matchup, of course, which we know to be Benji and Niek, face off of the Dutchies.
This should be a non-issue match as well. I know the Necro decks have a bit more of the bugs just because there's so many different chain effects. So with the Cockatoo, I haven't seen any issues. I'm pretty sure you guys have like perfected the Cockatoo deck.
I think we're pretty very, very close to having us in a very stable Cockatoo. And I would also say Zenobia and Aurelius. I don't know for Decimus how the state is for his build, but he uses mostly the same cards as Zenobia and Aurelius anyways. They're all Romans. Yeah, I think everything's actually going really smoothly from what I hear from the team and from our testers. The last couple of times I played the game, didn't have a single bug. It's literally only the matchup of the Tarkropolis against Tarkropolis.
Yeah.
Too many things going on in the stack for the system to properly know how to approach it yet. So, but we know we have good devs that do their best.
Touchable, he says, also messaged you on Discord, wondering if we should do a physical product price for the tournament winner. That would be cool. So you're saying like a cheaper price for whoever wins, or something like that? Let me see if you.
That sounds really cool. NFT touchable. Much love, man.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure everybody would be pretty cool with that. I don't know how we tell could we tell the people? Prize. No, he didn't mean price. So I guess a freebie. So yeah.
Ooh, wow.
That would be really cool,
okay.
Man. Yeah, is there a way that we can let them know before they go into their match?
So yeah, what I can do is I can just message Kyle directly.
Cool.
And just let them. So thank you, NF Touchable, amazing.
Yeah, thank you so much,
I don't know. I just want to mention I don't know enough about how you approach your items, but you're NFT aligned. So I just want to throw it out there that we do have the prize wallet that you can go check out, $war prizes. That's WOR prizes. So if there is an NFT token of yours that will represent said prize, you can just pop it into the wallet here. Or if it's more of a the user will reach out to you, or the winner will reach out to you, and then it's on a personal basis without an actual need for a token, we'll fix that too. But just saying, you can check it out here. We have, and it's already full up of so many different prizes. It's crazy to look at. So much love.
So much. We have the Ada Ninjas. We have what is this? 15 of these cards.
Cards here. What did you click on? I think that might be the. Ooh, that's Ada Quest. Yeah. Ada Quest gave us a deck of 15 cards.
That's really cool. I haven't heard about them. Are they going to be another card game on Cardano, I'm assuming?
They already are.
Oh,
We're in close contact with them. They're also in the Cardano Gaming Guild with us. Give me just a second. I'm writing here with Hoplite.
cool. We also have a Clay Nation Good Charlotte. Huge shout outs to Clay Nation. Got a Hornies, 2 Lacy's, no, 3 Lacy's. I don't know if everybody remembers Lacy's, but it's kind of like the first Pokemon game on Cardano. You can go and catch your own monsters, and when you do defeat them, you can choose if you want to catch them or not. You do have to pay a small fee, and then it gets more and more depending on how many you've caught to try to limit the amount that you can bring into the game. I'm not sure if they're still doing it, to be honest. It's been months since I played the game, but they had something pretty cool. You have Ada Army. I'm not sure about X-Race. I've never seen X-Race either.
Yeah, I think that's Tron-style motorcycle racing.
Oh, they have Crypto Raggy decal on here too.
Yep.
Okay.
Super cool. We're also close with the Raggies. Love that team.
Oh yeah, Raggies are doing some cool things.
Yep. Then we have so many other cool prizes too. What
Eden 7. I love Eden 7's artwork and like the old retro style kind of Pokemon feel where you have like your house and you walk out of it. It's not finished yet, but it reminds me of like Pokemon mixed with like Mega Man a little bit. But I don't know. I love Eden. This is a different Keyboard Warriors as well. I've seen this before and I didn't understand. What is there a different Keyboard Warriors?
No, I think there's only one.
So this is maybe just like a 1 of 1 or something?
I am not sure, to be honest.
Actually, I can take the policy ID.
Do it. Check it out.
All right. And then we can go to JPEG. Keyboard Warrior. Yeah, so this is a different Keyboard Warriors. Because the other Keyboard Warriors is Keyboard Warriors Internet Cafe. This one. This is what I know as Keyboard Warriors.
Ah, okay. Yeah, so I primarily know the other ones as Keyboard Warriors. I'm actually unsure. Yeah.
Okay.
Not really. Not really sure.
So NFT Touchable says, we can send a code to you guys and give it to the winner, and they can use the code to order the product of their choice. That's awesome, man.
NF Touchable, much love, man. You're being given a shout out as well on our other stream where we also have Hoplite going live there on Cardano Thor's stream. So much love from here, and I've made sure to spread the love on the other streams going on as well. Thank you so much, man.
Yep. Once again, if anybody wants to check it out, it's nftouchable.com. So go check it out. What else do we have in this giant wallet? We have Occult Archives, Aidonauts, Demon Hit Squad tokens. Okay. Oh, you got some Empire Wolves in here. This is from the first collection.
Boys.
Ooh,
exactly.
Look at this one with the Shrikens.
Yeah, so clean. I love all the Ninja Wolves.
Yep, with the little Bane mask too. So cool.
Actually, it's not a Bane mask. It's what you call it. Inspired from Ada Ninjas.
Oh, okay.
So we have a close partnership with them as well, and that's also why we have all these ninja shout outs in the wolves here. They're head nods to the Ada Ninjas. So
awesome.
The kunai, the shuriken, the shoulder mask, the face mask.
Oh, you hear that sound?
Actually, no, I didn't. So maybe the sound isn't working at the moment.
Oh, you don't hear the sound?
Yeah, I don't hear any sound. Nope, I don't hear the sound anymore.
Huh. Wait,
by the way, I think I forgot to mention.
Can you hear the sound?
Nope,
I was just going to see if anybody in the audience can hear it, but I'm not sure. It's really loud in my ears, so if not, I'm just going to turn it down.
No, take care, man. I don't hear it.
Okay.
So
good.
no, if I forgot to mention that at the end of the stream or at the end of the match, we've been given the chance to interview one of the players. So I think we've been given Benji. If actually no, we've been given the second place. So whoever the second place is,
Sounds good.
we'll get that person.
Are you saying you're
if-
predicting it's Benji?
No, I'm not saying that. I think the reason my brain was mentioning Benji is because he mentioned that to do the aftermatch interview, he would be 5 minutes delayed. So if we get Benji, then he would be 5 minutes delayed. But we just went through a little ad break for our Empires NFTs that have just been minting or are still minting, which are basically a battle pass for everything that we deliver in the game, card packs, game currency, whatever have you. And now we're getting ready for actually going live.
Yep, for all the glorium.
Ooh. Yep, for all the glorium. Exactly. We're live from the Wolves of Rome Thunderdome.
Brum, 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 brum.
From.
I wish that StreamYard had a soundboard. That would be so cool.
Dude, just make your own. What do you mean?
Yeah, I need to. Is there software that you can just make it, or do you need to buy like a soundboard?
Oh, you can make whatever you need if you just know what you need. That was so vague of an answer. I'm sorry. But no, definitely. So I'm actually a music producer and a DJ, and I've been spending all of my life in music. So you can make a soundboard quite easily, and you can also route sound internally in your OS quite easily using something, for example, as Voicemeeter Banana, which is a free software that lets you route internally.
Write that down. It's called Voicemeeter.
Voicemeter as like a yard. So Voicemeter.
Gotcha. Yeah, I rap on the side, so maybe I'll hit you up.
Nice. Do it. Hey, I when I make my own music, it's typically weird electronic music, and then I actually do make hip hop beats, as all producers do. So
sweet. I'll definitely hit you up because I need a producer.
Oh, sure, dude. Let's do it. Let's hook it up. Tribunus X Atlanick.
Oh yes,
let's do it.
100%. So we are seeing the cockatoo.
We're straight into it.
Yep,
and not just with a mirror matchup, but with a mirror start. I like it.
Right. Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah, so you're not gonna be able to hear the match again. I'm not sure why. I know that Thor also uses StreamYard, so I'm wondering if he can hear the sound. If so, I'm gonna need to get with him and figure out what the heck is happening with this new update from StreamYard, but we're doing the best we can at the moment.
And that's fine. All good.
Yeah. And yeah, literally the most mirrored start you could ever have.
Yep. Exactly. I love that resolution. Just I have two. Okay, now we both have nothing.
Yeah, exactly. Same mana, beautiful. Same deck, same nothing.
Yep. The only difference is card advantage. And now they have the same amount of cards. Well, still card advantage, board advantage here. So he plays a Hungry Raptor. I often underestimate Hungry Raptor and just leave it on the board for way too long, and then suddenly it's like an 8/5. I'm like, God damn.
I love the Hungry Raptor. I've been trying to think about the game as how many threats can I put on the board to make them use spells to where they run out of spells. So Hungry Raptor is one of those cards where you can attack, and as soon as you attack, then it could be harpooned. So it could be threat by harpoon. It could be hit and then weakened by a quick strike, but you always want to attack with it, and that's why I like it. Because with its ability, it gets +1/+1, and he already used his Count Cockatoo.
Maybe. Ooh, wait, what? What's this?
So, okay, he used I forget Adrenaline Rush to give himself +3/+2 and kill off the Raptor pretty early on, but he used his Cockatoo super early. Oh wow, that's a good play early.
It is, but I'm still just taken aback from him playing his Cockatoo this early.
Yeah, he
maybe
must
just
have
didn't
not
have
had
a better.
anything.
No, exactly.
You still don't want to, but
no, it's Benji we're talking about here, and it's not nobody.
He knows what he's doing. All right.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, exactly.
The benefit of the doubt.
It's the finals, so
yeah, exactly.
Okay. Okay, so who are you putting your money on in this match? Niek or Benji?
Ah, man, it's so hard to say. I don't know. Maybe Benji. I don't know.
Mm,
You know, based off of that start, I would say Niek, but yeah, I don't know. It's tough because I don't think I've played the people who they beat. You know, so I would need to know equally who's strong compared to the people who they beat.
if I remember correctly, I think it was Niek that beat Slumber Shark last week,
I think so. I think that's correct.
which is enough for me to go like I'm all in on Niek.
Yeah.
Slumber Shark was my go-to. I thought he was going to be like, he got it. He just came from from nowhere and took over the entire tournament.
I thought that
so,
Ken was going to take it all.
true, there was a moment as well. Ken has also he's been really quick at picking up the game, really fast, and he's got his head screwed on right. It seems when it comes to these kind of games, he's really good, and
Yeah.
he's also been playing I think the same time as you have, something like that.
Yeah, I think he's like a week ahead of me, but pretty much spot on, you know, same amount of time. But I think he told me he was trying to try out like a new deck that he got a little too cocky with too early on, but then he was playing some like people, I guess, and he just got like 2 or 3 lucky starts and he thought that that was good enough for his Rush Zenobia deck. But then when he got into tournament, he got bad hands and he couldn't kill off those units early
Yeah,
enough.
yeah, that
So
happens.
we're seeing a challenge against a Snow Warrior. So he wants to get his units stronger. That's really smart. That's why he used it first.
Yep. Exactly. So as soon as combat resolves here, then all of his creatures should get. Ooh. Okay.
Wow.
Smart rush here. So he used Adrenaline Rush to counter that challenge. That was not a bad move.
Yeah, I think that was a really good move
Mm-hmm.
because he just took a lot of damage that he wasn't originally expecting.
I
I
mean,
thought
quite the
the
contrary,
Sea
he
Hunter
didn't
would
take any
die.
damage.
Right. But I meant from the defending cards because of wait, never mind. It didn't touch the defending cards. It touched 2 Snow Warriors on the board.
True. Okay. So. Ooh, Vitalize. Don't see that often.
Yeah,
Do you
that's
remember what
true.
Vitalize does exactly?
I believe it just gives you +2 health or +3 health or whatever it is on play, right?
I think so too, yes, because it's been through quite a few revisions. Because in the beginning we had a big mix-up between what was the difference between healing and giving something HP. So if you heal it, you can maximum heal it up to its maximum HP value. But if you vitalize it, then you can extend it, or you can increase its HP value. So you're
Okay.
giving it more HP. So if you vitalize from 3, let's say for example here that Delphic Priestess, she had taken 2 damage, so she was at 6 HP, and you vitalize 2. I don't think her max HP would increase. She would just heal back to her full HP. But if she was at max HP and you use vitalize 2 on her, then her HP would increase by 2.
Okay.
That's how
Huh.
I remember it. But I hope that I'm not wrong.
So is Delphic Priestess, so she can't heal more than what that card already has?
No, she
Okay.
can't overheal.
Okay.
So no card can heal more than what their max HP is. That's also why currently, so that it is going to be changed. For example, with our legend HP, right now you can't overheal your legend HP, but that is supposed to be something that you can do with just a heal mechanic. But when it comes to unit and creature cards, their max HP, like their default max HP, that's the maximum they can be healed up to. So you have to find a way to increase their maximum HP for them to be able to get over that boundary.
Gotcha. So now he's just going with a round 2 attack on the Snow Warrior. He's just trying to kill it. He'll live, which is nice so that he can get another challenge off as well. Unless there's a spell.
Nope, nothing. I was just about to
Interesting, he
say,
only went in with that challenger card.
I think he was trying to just get rid of that Snow Warrior, which he did.
Yeah. Maybe he
So
didn't trust that there wasn't gonna be a spell, so he didn't want to attack with
yeah,
anything else.
exactly. You're right. I think that's the thing. That's so let's see here.
Now
What?
he played his.
Ooh. But I
Both
think this
full
is
boards.
actually, I want to say bad move by Niek here because now he can't play 2 creature. Well, he could. He just has to remove his cockatoos. No, actually, he can't because then he won't summon. So exactly, he has to fight straight away to be able to create space on his board so he can get that last proc of Count Cockatoo's counter.
Yeah, he just needs one more.
But if Benji doesn't block here, then no. But Benji, if you give him space, he will promote.
Yeah, he doesn't want to take the damage either, though. That's
Like currently,
11 damage.
True, but that wouldn't be detrimental, at the currently.
And he
I
still
think
has
it,
Delphic Priestess to heal it.
exactly. But now he gives Benji or Niek board space so he can do that summoning of the last unit. Or does he only lose one? Yeah, no, he loses two. He loses one. He only loses one so far.
The white wolf
Then
will die, and the first raccoon will die.
Oh yeah, that's 5 damage on Delphic. You're right. Yep. No, then he actually helped Niek out in this round, I'd say. I wouldn't have blocked, I think.
Own, but yeah, that's questionable.
I don't think I would have blocked because now Niek can just play the one creature he's missing, which would summon the last cockatoo because there's space for it, and then boom, his cockatoo is leveled up.
Well, that was a smart play because Legendary Armor Smith gives Fortified, which deals 1 less damage from whatever he would take, and also puts a spell shield on him so he can't get hit with a quick strike or literally any spell. But what's interesting is if there was a Snow Warrior played on the field, that counts as a spell and takes off the shield. I don't know if it's intended. Is that intended?
I'm actually going to say no comment.
Okay.
I don't. To be honest, I remember it as no. It's not intended. But I'm going to have to say pass and leave that up to my game designer to dive more into in the future. But I think it's not intended. I think the plan is to have it only block active, like something that is a target and not something that is just a passive state board ability.
Gotcha. Because I've noticed if I use that card, it still gives the Fortified and the Spell Shield, even if you haven't played the Commander yet. And if there's a Snow Warrior out in the field, it'll still stay, like the little spinning animation for the Spell Shield. But as soon as you play him into the Snow Warrior, it gets rid of it. I don't know if that's still there after the update, but that's how it's been working.
No, I think it still works that way. I'm also not sure. Well, we did see a... Oh, no, okay, so that was proc because of the Black Swordsman that was just played. But no, I want to say, but don't hang me up on it. I want to say that the spell shield is supposed to be only something that targets the creature, because if it's just a passive board ability, which technically is not, it's not an ability that can be blocked. It is just something that says now your stats are reduced. It's not something that says, hi, a lightning bolt is going to hit you now, so block this lightning bolt. It's literally just your base stats are reduced. So those kind of abilities, I don't think are intended to be blocked or intended to be taken by the spell shield.
Gotcha. So he's going to use a quick strike on the Black Swordsman, which isn't going to kill it, and he has Fortified, so it only deals 2 damage.
Yeah, that's because of his Lord Cockatoo now.
Yep.
So
that's
I feel that this has been like a stalemate this whole match so far. 1 damage has happened.
Yeah, and now Benji is only 1 away from upgrading his commander as well. And Fortifieds don't stack, so if he gets Fortified again, it's not -2 damage. It's still just -1.
Yep.
So we'll have to see.
Wouldn't that be cool though if Fortified stacked?
It would be really strong, but
it would be really strong.
But it's so rare that you ever get to set that up. So I would kind of be for it. I wouldn't mind either way.
But I also think that once we reach a state where the game has way more cards and way more different ways of handling different situations, then I think it also lends itself to start, allowing more crazy plays. So I wouldn't be surprised if we end up in a situation where you can end up with your creatures having fortified 3, for example, but it being in a very, very rare, unique combination of spells and a creature and something else, uh, but I can see that happening with the way that it's being built right now. We're trying to make space for very intricate plays.
So this is rough for Niek right here. He has to determine what he wants to sacrifice.
Oof, yeah. I think a cockatoo is best call here
Yep.
for the forest rider, and
The Forest Rider is just going to continue to kill things off, though. He needs to find a way to deal with that. It's a really scary card.
Would you just sacrifice one of your creatures to take care of him now?
His other cockatoo, you're saying?
Oh, actually, no, he doesn't have anything that can do it. Nope, he didn't
Yeah,
have anything that could.
Yeah, you can't get rid of the Forest Rider because of First Strike, which means
Exactly.
he'll deal damage to you first, and if you die, then damage isn't dealt back.
Exactly.
So it's a really good card.
Very annoying indeed.
Yeah, there's what I call the God combo is when you have a Legion Smith and he grants Commander, and then you give it to the Praetorians, which has First Strike, and then you have a Commander what is it? Challenger First Strike is like just ridiculously strong.
Yep. I can see that. Okay, so again, I feel like we're back to just a stalemate situation here. A little bit in favor of Benji, I would say, with the current board state, but nothing much is happening.
I'm just so surprised. He played that Count Cockatoo so early, and it's still alive since the beginning of the match.
That's actually true. That is, I want to say well played, what do you call this? Well conserved.
Yeah. Well constructed, whichever. I mean, he's making it happen. He definitely used the legendary Armor Smith, which helped that happen by giving him Fortified and a Spell Shield.
True.
And he used Delphic Priestess, I believe, once or twice to conserve some of the health. So he's playing really smart as to not get that thing to die and increase its mana cost.
Yeah, if it wasn't for the Legion Smith or Legion Armor Smith, then I think his cockatoo would have been dead from that Black Swordsman and combat damage. Definitely.
Yep. It would have brought him down to 3 at least.
Yep. But let's see what happens now. We have Niek back with his Lord Cockatoo in play. I'm struggling to see who's got the upper hand here.
Yeah, I don't know how this is going to play out.
No, I'm lost. I'm completely lost for who I think is ahead right now. They have the same amount of cards, basically, on both in hand and on board. They have the same mana, same HP.
If he has a Black Swordsman on Benji's side, he could clear off a decent bit of the board.
True.
But I don't know. That's still 10 mana.
It would only deal it would deal 2 damage, so that would still get rid of 3 of his creatures. You're right, but because of the fortified, so okay. Cockatoo, Legion Armorsmith. You gonna put more into combat, Benji?
He might just want to sacrifice 1 or 2 so that he can upgrade his commander.
Yeah, I'm thinking the same. Yep, seems like what he's doing.
Oh, but he doesn't. He's not even going to give him anything.
True.
Niek knows. He knows. He's like, nah, not today.
Nah, boy. Nah, man.
Maybe next round, homie.
Exactly. Who you think I be?
I ain't get the grand finals for nothing, son.
Exactly. Okay. I want to say, hurry up, guys. Show us some action, man.
Yeah, they're both sitting there, though, like, prize pool.
I bet you they have like it on a second monitor here, or like a picture printed out and just looking at it. 2008 Perplexus tokens, NFTs. Oh yeah,
I would be.
Exactly.
Yeah, I think personally though, just looking at the board, Benji has more threats than Niek right here. But Niek is in the lead because of his fortified. His Lord Cockatoo.
Yeah, that is the one major different. Oh, okay. So another Sea Hunter Drake is played from Niek's side here. That can become an issue.
Challenger mixed with Delphic Priestess and Fortified? Like, sheesh.
Yep.
And if
He
he
can
can
take
take out
care of
that warrior, the
Yep.
snow.
I think he can take out any of them as soon as it's his turn for combat.
Oh, is he gonna kill his own unit? No, this is Niek's turn, right?
I think I think that's
that
Benji
was
who
Benji.
did that. Yeah, that was Benji, so he
Okay.
can get exactly because he's now anticipating an attack on next round, I think, or it's going to be his attack next round. I don't know which one it is.
Yeah, at this point, I mean, Quick Strike's not being too useful. It's only going to deal 2 damage with his Cockatoo on the field. Nothing has 2 damage that's worth killing. I think that was the right play. It stinks that he had to use it on his own unit, but now he has a Fortified, and that Cockatoo can help a lot.
Yep.
Oh, so this is interesting. With the Bounty Hunter Nessa, the damage isn't going to deal any damage to any of the units because of Fortified, but it is going to minus the attack of all of the enemies by 1 every time it works.
Yep.
And it's going to buff his side by 1 every time it works. It will.
Now we suddenly saw.
Legend, though.
Now we suddenly saw the pendulum swing back to Benji here.
Yep.
So he's
Smart.
going. Yeah, Niek is definitely doing the right move here of getting rid of the Snow Warrior. But is it enough?
Oh wait, Fortified's not going to kill.
Oh no, you're right. Fortified is not going to kill. It's going to only deal 4 damage. That's
Does he know? He does know. He's not stupid. He knows.
Yeah. Ooh, yeah. There you go. Okay, so he's of course taking care of that, buffing it up so it deals enough damage.
I've definitely made that mistake and forgotten.
Yeah, same. I even got. I think I even early on in the game made one of those stupid mistakes and got annoyed and spoke to the devs, and then they're like, "No, you made the mistake."
Get good.
Damn. God. Exactly. Get good, son. Like, goddamn. Okay.
So he just plays another Snow Warrior.
Oh, he did. You're right. I missed that. Okay, well, I'm sorry, Niek, but I think Benji right now has the scary board state.
What you got to look at this point is the cards in hand as well. Benji is in the lead with cards in hand, and that does play a pretty big factor into it, I think, as the game progresses. So he does use a Harpoon to get rid of Nessa, which is extremely important, but he has 4 or 5 threats all on Benji's side that are really tough to deal with. He's still got the Forest Rider with the first strike. He's still got Snow Warrior, even though he just killed another one. He's got Cronus. He's got his main Cockatoo that's upgraded now with Fortified. It's brutal.
11-8 Cockatoo, if I may.
Yeah, for real. I mean,
that's a chonky boy.
And he had to use the Harpoon on the other unit, on Nissa. So unless he's got another one.
Well, I would be surprised if he didn't have 2 in his deck. And they are pretty late game now. So he should either have both in hand or at least have drawn the other one now-ish, I would imagine. And the same with Benji. I can imagine that his response should soon be to just get another Nissa onto the board. They are quite late game, so I'm curious as to how many cards are left in their deck.
Oh, there it is.
Nice. I see. Exactly as I said.
And even if he had the Quick Strike, because of Fortified, he can't boost it lower than 6.
Exactly. Niek says, finally put that Cockatoo back in his place.
Yep.
And he just plays it straight away.
Yeah, I'll just
I expected as much.
Now he can't deal with it with a spell. He doesn't even need to worry about Spell Shield.
Yeah, there is nothing else, right? Anything else in the
can't use Obliterate because that's not in the
exact. That's
and you use 2 Harpoons.
Use 2 Harpoons.
That's it.
Disappearance. Do you remember the text for Disappearance?
It doesn't work on neutral cards though.
Oh yeah, you're right. That's the point. Exactly. It doesn't work on neutral cards. So, well, yeah, that's the only way you could have taken care of it. You're right.
Yeah, oh man, that might just be the nail in the coffin. But it's still so early. They've been going back and forth, shifting the tide. But Benji does have more cards in his hand, and Yeah, I guess they're even on their mana cost for their Cockatoo, but I just don't see how either of them. Benji, I don't think has used his harpoon, so Benji
Nope,
might
I think.
still be able to deal with it later on. Ooh, I don't know about using
Ooh.
that. I
Who
like
would
to
you do it
save my
on?
Cronus. Oh, he's the one attacking using Challenger, right?
Yeah,
Right.
yeah, exactly. There, yeah. I was thinking do it on the Delphic.
Yeah, you'll be able to live too because of Fortified with 1 HP.
Exactly.
So this is good. And then next time you can sack it on the Cronus.
True. I
Well,
think that's the right move. Ooh, unless he's
oh,
gonna buff it. Yeah, of course he's gonna buff it. Nice.
ah,
Okay,
oh.
Benji. Be
See,
nice.
that's why when Benji has more cards, he has more spells. It's just always
Just more
harder.
options.
Yeah, you got to break that wall, and how do you do that? I don't know. I'm not in finals. This isn't
Mm,
this is my fault.
yeah. So again, if we just match them up card for card, right? Then yep, there's the other Nissa, like I said, bound to be thrown at this point of the game.
Neek needs his own Nessa. That's the only way to counter it. It can go back and
Yep.
forth, but if
Oh,
if
this
you
is,
have the Nessa on the board first, ah,
and especially with the Snow Warrior on there as well, just making everything weaker, and then also everything getting 1 damage. But that of course doesn't work from Lord Cockatoo right now, giving him fortified. But then at least giving 1 damage to the legend, but also making everything weaker on top of Snow Warrior it's really making it difficult for Neek to have any sway in combat right now.
and keep in mind the Forest Rider is going to get +1 every single turn. It's never going to die. You can just attack freely and something will die.
Yep.
It's I think this is
Yeah,
Benji.
I think so too, completely. I don't think there is anything right now that Neek can do to get out of this situation. He's used all his board clear. He's used his removal. He's used his biggest creatures. He doesn't have an. Wait, isn't that his third Sea Hunter Drake?
I think second, but
I feel like that's his third.
yeah,
I might be, which
I
shouldn't be possible.
I think you might be right though. I remember seeing another one. Maybe it was
I
on
feel
Benji's
like. Am I high on something? What's going on here? I feel like that's his third, but I might be completely wrong. Okay, but still, I don't think it does much difference here.
And see,
I
he's
sat.
thinking the same thing. Just spam Forest Rider.
Mm-hmm. What else can you imagine that Neek might have in his deck this late in the game that might do something?
If he gets his own Nissa, it helps.
True. Nissa
But
might help.
it just kind of evens it out though. It doesn't sway him into positive
Mm-hmm.
territory. So,
Yeah. I think rather than getting his own Nissa, he needs to get rid of that Nissa first.
but I don't know how he can.
It's exactly my point. And I don't think I think if he can't get rid of that Nissa, he is bound to lose.
Yeah,
Because right now he's so far behind on his creatures being debuffed every single round and being pinged for 1 damage and all that stuff. I think it's going to be very hard to claw his way back from this.
yeah. There's no way. Even if he sacrificed like 4 of his monsters to all attack Nissa, they would all die. And she has fortified. I don't know. I mean, this helps a little, Cronus. It's something.
But is it just extending the inevitable? Ooh.
That's a good play. And he did just use other spells, but he's got so many cards in there.
Mm-hmm. And full mana.
Yeah. I have a feeling there's an arm up in there.
Yeah, there might be an arm up. You're right. I was just trying to go through which of his buff spells he's used. He's used 2 Adrenaline Rush, right?
Yep. 2 Adrenaline Rush, at least 1 Quick Strike.
Yeah.
Oh, there's the other.
Nice. So at least the Sea Under Drake is going to die.
Yep. And then he'll place his 4th one.
as one does, you know.
Yeah. Ah, I really just don't see Niek winning this.
No, me neither. Not
Okay,
unless win. Ooh.
that's something.
It doesn't change the outcome of the combat, but it's still something. Exactly. Nice.
At least now he can't continue to heal his units back up or his legend. But
Was this his second Delphic for the game?
I'm not sure.
I
Might
feel
be.
like it was the first. I feel like it was the first, but I'm also not sure.
Yeah, this is like
Let's
round
see.
30. It's so
Yeah,
hard to tell.
exactly. I think the match has been going for like 45 minutes now.
Yeah, this has been a long one.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So according to the schedule, the match was supposed to start at 8:40. No, 8:50. So 8:50 UTC. So that's it's been going for 40 minutes now, I think. 30
It was
minutes.
delayed a little bit too, so maybe 5 minutes will delay.
True. 25-minute match.
And with a timer too. That's pretty crazy.
Yep. Yep. Oh,
I've
that's the
never
only right
seen a
way to
match
do
like
it.
this.
What do you mean, like drawn out this long?
Yeah, like they're both dealing a bunch of damage and they're both kind of at a stalemate, but they also have Delphic Priestess to just keep healing them and keeping everybody at full. It's crazy.
Yep. No, it's kind of weird to see a game where you feel so much has been going on, but yet nothing has been going on.
Yeah.
It's
I
like
think
so many cards have been playing. There's so many, the different buffs and spells and removals, and they're at the same HP.
yeah.
There's just no difference.
From
Yeah.
like a newbie's perspective, you might just be thinking like, I don't know who has this, but I do think it's still very strongly in Benji's favor based off of cards on the board as well as cards in
Yep.
hand.
Yep. 100%. No, I'm 100% on your side here. By now, this late in the game, with the current board state and especially the card advantage in hand, I think it just definitely it gives him more options. So, and again, that Nissa has really done big work for him, or those both Nissas have done big work for him. So it's very hard for Niek to get a proper what do you call this, exchange, like a worthwhile exchange if he goes into combat. It's gonna be in Benji's favor every single time, just purely because of all those debuffs on Niek's creatures. So
Yeah, a way
I
a
think
lot of
it's
people have
hard.
been looking at it too is kind of like a mana trade. So like
Mhm.
when if you've ever played Clash Royale, there's like a 4 cost card that you put out, and then you want to beat that with anything less than a 4 cost, but at no more than a 4 or a 5, right? And so
Yeah,
yeah, so you just kind
in
of
that sense.
try to always keep the mana advantage. And this is kind of like a balance of the mana advantage and the card advantage.
Yeah, 100%. Now, if you can get rid of a 4 mana card with a 2 mana card, that's clear value for you, 100%. So they're just taking their time. Has anything happened the
No,
last
he's just been
30 seconds?
staring. He's just been staring into the abyss like, war
Yeah,
pride.
exactly. Just what do I do? Benji, Niek,
He
do
skipped his
stuff.
turn after all of that.
Wait,
Right, they're
no.
fixing something.
Yeah, they must be. Because that was Benji's turn, and the timer just went straight back to Benji.
Oh, Benji was having connectivity issues. Maybe they're just stalling until he can rejoin the match somehow.
Maybe. Not
Would
sure.
that be possible if Benji lost connection? Could we get him back into the match?
Oh yeah. So worst case, if we can't get him back into the to the already started room, then we can just create the same match state again.
Okay. So it would
So
be
that
like the same exact cards in hand on the board, all that?
exactly, yes.
Okay.
So this current state right here would be a little bit of an annoying state for our devs to deal with, because there's so many different changes to the cards, default states. So that a lot of buffs and a lot of debuffs. But ultimately, yeah, we can just go in and recreate the same cards they had in hand, and the same cards that were on the board with their given power and toughness levels. So
Gotcha. Shout outs to NFT Touchable again. He says he's got to go to a meeting, but he gave me the code on Discord so I can give that to the winner, and he'll be back later if we're still live. So shout outs to you again, man. Thank you.
Shout outs, bro. Merry Christmas, season's greetings, all that. Take care. Have fun. Much love.
Enjoy your meeting. I'm sure you'll love it.
Oh, don't we all love meetings?
Oh yeah, meetings are great.
Yep. Especially the ones you don't have to be at, but you're still invited to them.
Oh,
But those are the best meetings.
My old job, we had Monday morning meetings, and I would just sit there, and my name would never be called. I would never have anything to do. And I was just like, 3 hours worth of work. I'll just sit here and not do anything.
Yeah. Yeah. Why am I here?
Yep.
Why am I? Hey, at least there's coffee. Cool.
Yep.
At least I'm getting paid to drink coffee. Perfect. Thank you. Like, I feel you.
We had some people who would literally fall asleep on the call, and I was like, how do you still have your job?
Well, yeah. I think a lot of people in most situations can get scarily far in job positions by doing the bare minimum, because I think it's also very hard for a given workplace to keep on finding resources and finding new manpower. So if you can just convince them you're doing enough, then you most likely have a chance of staying.
Yeah.
I've had the same situation in previous workplaces where I had someone where I found out that their best skill was convincing people that they were working a lot.
Yeah.
Like that was their best skill. It was just making people convinced that they were doing a lot of stuff all the time, only to suddenly realize after, a long time that nothing was ever getting done from their portion of work. And, you start connecting like, wait, that doesn't make sense. You can't always be working and always be slammed and tired from being overworked, but then never deliver stuff.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah, we had a guy like that. I think that because he just loved to stay in the office an extra hour to 2 hours more than everybody else. So everybody go home at like 4:30 or 5. He'd stay there till like 6 or 7 every single day. And I was always like, why does he do this? But then I saw him have an interaction with his wife one time, and I was like, he doesn't want to go home.
Oh, okay, ouch.
But
and then you're like, oh,
dude, he was the worst type of person. He made me so angry. So like, this is bad, but I'm gonna say it. People aren't supposed to drink on the job, okay? I know. But once in a while, some people would have a beer here and there, like on a Friday or something, right? So this was during coronavirus time, the time of which we cannot speak. And I had to come into work for like 2 hours just because like people weren't really allowed in the office and they still needed things to be done. So I was like, I'll come in, and I'll do my work while nobody's there. And then I'll clock out and then somebody else will come in for their 2 hours. And that's how we were doing it. And he happened to be there and because there's like allowed to be like 2 or 3 at a time. And so he was there, my manager was there, and like one other person in him. And so I was told like while I got there to wait for an hour. I was like, wait, what? He's like, yeah, your work's not ready yet. You need to wait there for an hour until we can like get the spreadsheet up and like give you your units to work on, because I was supposed to be testing these units. So I was like, okay. So I had an hour and I was just like, I'll grab a beer in the fridge and I'll drink a beer while I wait, and then I'll do my 2 hours once it's finally ready. Like I'm having a beer and it'll be 2 hours, and I also like Ubered to work, so I wasn't even driving. So
fair enough.
Right. So I thought it was no big deal. And he comes and he does the most annoying thing. He looks at me and he goes, "What you drinking?" And he turns his head like this, like he's some like evil villain or something. And I was just like,
"What you drinking?"
And I'd seen people in the office always drink beers, so I was just like, I never drink beer because I don't care for it. It's just not my thing. But on this one day, I was like, I'll have a beer. And so he's like, "Looks like a beer," and I was like, "Yeah, it's like a Corona or whatever it was." And he was like, "Oh, okay." And then he goes back and he sits down, and I thought nothing of it because I'd always seen people drink. That's the only reason I was drinking. I thought it was cool. My manager, like other manager, like CEO, right? He comes storming down the office like 10 minutes later and beelines right to me. And he's like, "What are you drinking?" And I was like, I had a beer. And he was just like, "Get out." And I was just like, okay. And he was like, "I'll let you know tomorrow if you still have a job." And I was like,
wow.
Okay. And the other dude who was sitting next to me, he also had a beer. So he looked at him too, and he was like, "What are you drinking?" And he was like, he froze. He was so scared. He couldn't speak. He was just like, and it was like maybe like 2 minutes went by. He couldn't speak. And I like shook him. I was like, "Dude." And he was like, I had a Truly's. And he was like, get out. I'll let both of you know if you have a job tomorrow. And ever since that, I was like, I do not fuck with this guy right here. The only reason my manager had to come over here, the CEO, is because you sent him an email or a Skype or whatever and told on me. But you drink too. Like,
yep.
I was,
Dude,
I
just come to Denmark. We're the culture here is very different. You know, it's more of a we understand that you can have a beer, one singular beer at lunch, and still function perfectly fine.
Yeah.
You know, if you go out on a business lunch and you want to have a nice craft beer, you don't get drunk from that. You can still work well. And of course, it depends on the setting. You know, if you're a plumber or if you're like a carpenter that has to work with those round saws, I would say no beer at all.
Yeah.
Maybe wait until you're done. But like from a perspective of like the ethics at a workplace, as long as you're not drunk, you can have like one beer at lunch. Like that's not a problem here in Denmark. It's quite common in a lot of work environments. Like, hey, the office is going out for beer, you know, for lunch, and then people might have a beer. Who cares?
Yeah.
You know, we have a lot of freedom under like we call it freedom under responsibility. So it just basically means, you know, don't be dumb, and then you'll be fine. You know, have common sense, and then all is good. So
that makes sense. I mean, that just plain makes sense. People are adults. You're allowed to do decisions. And honestly, I mean, obviously, if you do something ridiculous, then you're going to pay the consequences. But if you're just having like a beer here or there, I mean, it's whatever. But
exactly, what's the problem? Like you're being fed other drugs from your workplace on a daily basis, i.e., coffee. You know, the coffee break was an invention from what was it? Can't remember which company it was, but it was some company back in America back in 1920-ish, between the First and the Second World War, where they had a huge loss of manpower in their factories. So they then had to replace a lot of male workers with female workers. It was for some kind of fabric work in a factory. And they saw, what was it? These female workers started to complain about being tired. They wanted a few more breaks. So they were given these breaks after a lot of complaints. And then they saw that after these, specific breaks at specific times, so not just a random break, but like specifically given breaks, one in the morning, one in the afternoon, that it greatly increased, productivity. So they coined the term the coffee break, because they then started feeding them coffee in this break, give them caffeine, make them happy so they can do more work. So yeah, they can feed you the kind of drugs they want to feed you, but you can't have a beer. Oh, come on, leave me alone.
Yeah, I mean, I don't even blame my CEO for the way that he acted. He's just being a CEO. He had an issue that was brought to his attention. He has to do something. But the guy in the office who went out of his way to send him an email, like during COVID, while there's only 3 people in there, and I only have to work a 2-hour shift, like you're really just not being a good employee, like a good coworker.
I would actually argue that the better CEO in this situation would have actually sided with you and brought the problem to the guy who told on you, because that's bad office ethics. It's bad camaraderie. It's like that's not a team spirit, and aren't we all supposed to work in a team? So if you have it out for each other on the team, then how could the team work together?
Yeah,
So,
I mean, he's done this before I'd even gotten the job to other people. Other people hated him. I think they still did. A lot of those people quit due to other issues with other people. But yeah, he's just known for that. He's known for like writing emails and telling on people for the smallest little things. I don't know. It's just who he is. But the CEO, he was like, obviously you still have a job. He's like, I had to make a deal about it. You understand why? I was like, I do. But then I got triggered because he said he's going to dock a week's pay from me. So
wait, what?
Yeah. So
you're being
I didn't
penalized
get paid for a week. I worked for free for a week.
That's that in Denmark, that's theft. Like that's straight up illegal. They can't penalize you in that way by deducing pay unless you've cost them money, which you haven't done in this case. You haven't cost the company money because you broke something, so they can't take money away from you. So if you've worked those hours, you're due pay for those hours. That's okay. That's really devious.
Yeah, that's where I got a bit upset, but I didn't know what to do because I was also like, you're right. I shouldn't have been drinking, but I see everybody else do it. And I thought 1 beer, I'm only working 2 hours. I'm Ubering. Like, I don't know. It was a weird scenario. I mean, I'm not working at that company, fortunately, anymore. They weren't like the worst people ever, but they also had some choice words for me because I didn't want to get the coronavirus shot. And I happened to be sick from coronavirus one time. And as soon as I came back, they had a meeting about no longer giving people paid time off if you got sick from corona and didn't get the shot. And then went as far as to call me, well, not directly, but a selfish asshole or something like that. Like literally those words, but not directly to my face, and telling people that did that they were selfish assholes trying to kill their family because they viewed the business as a family.
Wow.
And I was just like, man, you're really trying to pressure me into this shot. I see. Like, I'm not doing it. I'm sorry. I believe in what I believe. I don't criticize anybody who wants to do what they want to do, but this is my belief.
You just do you, man. Exactly. But you do you, I do me, and then we can all be happy. I completely agree. Yeah, I just came out of the tail end of the corona myself. Got it for the first time after, the whole shit started. So it took me 3 years to finally get it.
Yeah.
But yeah, for
How
me it was pretty
when you
rough.
got it? Yeah.
For me, it was pretty rough. So at the beginning, I only had, a typical flu, like they call it. The fever itself was pretty bad, but I had no cough symptoms or any other, bad symptoms. I just had a bad fever for a couple of days. And I had no COVID symptoms at all until after the fever went away, and I was actually starting to get a little bit better. And then, the biggest symptom during the fever was deliriousness. Like I was very, let's call it brain fatigued. I couldn't think, I couldn't function. I was just so tired all the time. But other than that, there was no like real flu or coughing or those kind of symptoms. Then the fever went away, but the brain lag, the brain fatigue, and the tiredness stayed around. And then the COVID symptoms started to come. The smell thing, which didn't really last for more than 2 days. I got my smell and taste back pretty quickly. And then the fatigue and tiredness, like I was literally sleeping sometimes 18 hours in a day. And I'm not usually the kind of guy that takes naps or anything. I barely sleep 6 hours in a night because I'm just always, hyped up as fuck. But yeah, those symptoms of tiredness and fatigue stayed with me up until, I would say, they're here still a little bit right now. Like in the mornings, I find it extremely difficult to wake up when I'm waking up in the mornings. But during the day, they're gone. Like I don't have my headache anymore. I don't have the tiredness anymore or anything. And this was like, I got corona like 3-4 weeks ago.
Yeah, that's kind of what happened with me when I had it. It was like that mental fatigue that you're talking about. I got super dizzy. I don't know if you got dizzy.
Yeah, same. No, I actually got really dizzy. There was like 2 or 3 days where during the deliriousness, there were like 2 moments where I thought I was going to faint, and I've never fainted in my life. So yeah, no, definitely. I got very dizzy at moments too.
Yeah, I remember I called my mom because I was like, this is a cool excuse for her to like come home and like watch me so she doesn't have to be at work, like she can work from home.
Yeah.
It was like a Friday or something, maybe it was a Thursday, but I just know that my mom hates the commute from work. So I was like, if I can give her like a valid excuse to come home, like I am fucked up. Like I could use some help,
You want to feel sorry for me? Because my situation was, so right now I'm in between apartments. So I'm actually in my parents' basement in Denmark, but usually I'm living abroad. So I don't usually live in Denmark. So I'm currently in my parents' basement right now. And when I had corona, my parents were abroad themselves because my dad, he works abroad, and my mom was visiting him in Dubai. So I was completely alone in this big house, and my girlfriend lives in Spain. So I was just all alone in a big house with no family, no friends, no girlfriend, just like, oh, somebody take care of me. Nothing. But we powered through.
Yeah. Well, she came home and saw me and she was like, no, you are bad. You need to go to the doctor. And I was like, I can't even move. Like, just let me die.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, dude. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, I never get sick. And even when I do, I'm like, people don't think I'm sick because it's just like, yeah, fuck it. I have enough energy somehow to power through the sickness. But this time it's just, it really laid me down flat when I was sick with it. I was, like I said, I was sleeping up to 18 hours a day. So that's like, that's a lot. That's a lot of sleep.
Yeah. But I remember when she brought me to the doctor, because I was like, I can't drive. Like, there's no way. I'm messed up.
Oh, you shouldn't. You shouldn't drive like that.
Yeah. So she brought me to like an urgent care, which is just like a 24/7 place. And I remember I stepped out the car and I just like started wobbling like real strong. Like I was like super drunk, and I like almost fell over. I was like, what is this?
Yeah.
And I went in and I was just like, hey, like, I don't want to freak anybody out, but I think I got COVID. And she was just like, okay, like sign here. Somebody will be with you in like 20 minutes. It's like an hour, dude. I sat there and just messed up. And I remember I was so exhausted. I fell asleep like in my hands like this, like for the doctor.
Oh, damn.
And they like eventually came and got me. The funniest part, lady comes in normal, no mask, but like no like suit or nothing, just comes in like, hey, how you doing? I was like, I think I have COVID. She's like, yeah, whatever, touches my arm, touches my face, doing all the things to test me, comes back full hazmat suit. Yeah, you have COVID. I'm just like, I told you I thought I had COVID. Why didn't you come in with a hazmat suit before if it's this big of a deal?
Yeah. What the hell? God damn. No, funnily enough, that was exactly my experience here in Denmark. Was not the hazmat suit, but I called the doctor and I'm like, hey, I've just had COVID because I took a home test, so I knew I had COVID. But I just wanted to come in for a check to see that that it's not going to be worse than just the regular COVID, because I do have some lung issues. So I just wanted to make sure that there weren't going to be more issues. But I wasn't sure, like, if I'm still infectious. So can I come to the doctor? And he was like, yeah, you come. I was like, oh, okay. And when I showed up, no mask, no nothing, just like, yeah, cool. You have COVID? Sure. Let me just touch you. It's like, oh, okay, so fine, whatever you need to do, cool.
Yeah.
Sorry, just to give people a quick heads up here, so you're not wondering too much about that never-ending timer on the screen. Benji, one of the finalists, had connectivity issues. So what they're trying to do right now is get him back into the game, and then they'll remake the game state, like I mentioned before. Yeah, okay, just getting a confirmation on that. So they're still having issues with Benji joining the game, sadly. But as soon as he's back in, then they will remake that board state.
Gotcha. I'm going to go grab some more water. I'll be back in like 2 minutes.
I'm actually also going to have to go on a quick bio break. So.
Oh, cool.
Cheers. I'll be, be back in 5.
Yeah, we'll be back in like 5-minute break.
Cheers. All right, all right. I'm back. Hey, man. Hey, man.
Hey, how's it going?
Pretty good. What do you think of my Andrew the Wolf?
I like him. He's ferocious.
He is, right? So I hear that we are actually back on track. So I think the match is back live, back on. There we go. Yeah, it should be back on after this timer, according to the team notes here.
Sweet.
Or no,
Yeah,
I should go like this. This in from backstage. I hear from in my earpiece here that we are back on track. The match is live. You have to always do that.
Oh yeah, professional team and everything, you know. Live
exactly. Live
this
update. This just in. We actually have our man down on the field. Exactly. Okay, let's see. Are we going? Oh. It's not starting over. It's not looping.
Oh.
Okay.
Psych. I heard that it will be back as well. And when it does come back, that the decks might look like they're invisible, but don't worry, it's just a visual bug.
Where have you been seeing those notes? What am I not reading?
Live studio updates. Is that it?
I'm seeing. Yeah, that's what I'm reading as well. Oh yeah, it says their deck is invisible. You are right. Yeah. Exactly. We're patiently waiting for our team to get this back on track.
Yep.
I have a cat somewhere meowing.
We might as well just give Benji the win and start another match. Am I right? I think I'm right.
Your words, not mine. I didn't say anything.
That would be really brutal to Niek, but at the same time, I really do think that it's highly in Benji's favor.
Yeah, I think so too. No, I think this match is only going to start, leaning even more and more into Benji's favor, and then it's just a snowball. Then it's, it should be. I think we're going to see a 2-turn win or something suddenly, where he, he just has such a dominating board state and enough damage that on like 1 or 2 attacks, then he'll kill Niek.
Yep.
So let's see how fast they can get the match back on here.
Maybe this is how Benji got this far in the first place. He just had connectivity issues.
True.
Right?
It seems that my cat always loves the camera when I'm live, so she wants to come and say hi.
Oh, she's adorable.
Hey. Dude, she's like the best cat. You can do anything with her, and she will never scratch you. She's so much a dog, but not a dog.
Have you had her since a kitten?
Yes. She's been in the family since she was born. Literally, I think we had her when she was 2 weeks old or something like that. The earliest you can take a kitten away from the mom, and it's still being like not seen as a dick move, whatever you call it.
Yeah, I have a husky, and the family down the street actually had 2 huskies, and they bred. And they didn't mean to, or they had more litter than they thought, or whatever it was.
Yeah.
And so we bought one off of them, and they gave her to us probably like a week too early or 2 weeks too early. And I was like, dude, don't, like, it's fine. But they really wanted them gone for whatever reason. They had to do it. And I don't know, she's great, but she has to be on you at all given times. Like, she'll either be laying on my feet. Sometimes while I scream, she'll jump up and you'll see her face like right here, because she's just like in my face. So she's awesome.
That's literally this cat. She's like the most loving cat ever. She literally comes up here on my lap all the time. It's like, give me pets, give me love. The same way a dog would, just comes and like rubs her head against me, like, love me now, human.
I love that.
Same. I'm usually not a cat person, but this little Missy here, she grabbed the entire family's heart. We're usually all dog people in this family. And I specifically love huskies. I'm a big, have you seen a Pomsky? Do you know what a Pomsky is?
Let me look it up. I'm sure.
Dude, it's a tragedy because it's a mixed breed. Yeah, and we're live. There you go. Exactly. Finally back on track.
We'll look up the Pomsky real quick.
Pomsky, yeah, it's exactly a Pomeranian crossbred with a husky. It's like, oh my god, look at that.
That is so cute. That is way too cute.
Yes, exactly.
Oh my
It looks like a
God.
small teddy bear. Okay, but we're back. We're back.
Yep. So we got the invisible deck as intended, you know?
Yep. Not a bug, it's a feature. So it's right now we have priority back with Benji. He played a Watchful Raven. End of round. Grant a, what does it say? I can't remember the flavor text.
So you get +1 health to a random unit every round.
Ah, yes, that's it. Thank you. It's too small for me. I can't read it.
Yeah, I can't really read it either, but I just know.
There you go.
I don't know if that helps. Maybe
Beautiful.
not. Actually,
no, we need to see your faces.
Is it on? It is on 1080. There we go.
Epic. But yeah, it still looks like this is Benji's game, unless Niek can pull something crazy out of his out of the sleeve.
Why is Benji's health down 10?
I think they are fixing HP.
It was at 3027 though when we left. It was correct.
Yeah. No, there. Exactly. Now it's going back up.
Okay.
Now it's going back up.
Oh, and then because of Nissa's ability.
Yep.
He should have 26, I believe.
Oh, but we just had a combat resolve now, right?
I missed it.
So we just had combat resolve. And I think some damage went through. But the question is from where and how much? Well, I know for a fact that our devs are on top of it. They keep a very close eye on everything, right? That's supposed to happen. Like they keep notes and tabs. They have the log open. They have access to basically the back end of the game, so they're seeing things happen live, and they have a full log of all that. Okay, we're having to start. No, we're having to do the start and end of round manually. Okay. We have even
how do you
more.
do it manually?
I think what they mean are triggers. So start and end of round triggers have to be done manually, I think, is what they're saying here.
Okay.
Yeah, I think those connectivity issues from Benji make it a little bit difficult. I think he's out traveling today.
He's on that Starlink connection.
Yeah, exactly. Which I'm actually really curious of. How good is it actually, and how does one get onto it?
I've heard some people say that it's really good. I've had other people say it's spotty. So I'm not actually sure how you get on it, though. I guess you either just have to be in a rural area, and then you're put on the list because it's aimed to help those people first. And then once it's kind of stable with those people, they plan to release it to the public, or rather everyone.
Okay. Fair enough. Yeah, I haven't really followed it along, but I heard some news about it now being more widely available, or covering a bigger part of the earth or something. I don't really know much.
They've been sending a bunch of satellites up every few months, but
yeah, exactly.
Maybe I'm just an idealist, but I kind of don't like that. It's gonna make it to where there's certain parts where we can't send rockets from, or else we'll destroy those satellites, which there's a lot of Earth. I get that, but scale this out years and years from now. Are we only going to let the satellites be up that came first? And if so, then are we not able to update satellites? So is internet connection going to be capped? Like, I don't know. I'm going down a tangent.
But it's interesting because not just that, I actually think it's a very important thing to also think about the future implications of having a lot of space debris. And not because I don't know if you heard about it. It went really under the radar for some reason, but this summer there was so it actually, the only reason I know about it was because it affected me. But I was flying to Spain during the summer, and I fell asleep as soon as we took off, and then I woke up in France. And I was like, wait, what the fuck? What am I doing in France? I boarded a flight to Spain. And it turned out that while we were in the air, there was a piece of a Chinese rocket that had, I think like 3 days before my flight, the Chinese had sent up a rocket to their own space station that they're building, which I think now has been completed. And you know how rockets, they have different parts that break away, in different stages of going into orbit. And I think it was the fuel part, like the big tanker part of the rocket, was going. They hadn't given it a controlled descent or re-entry into Earth's orbit. So 3 days after them going into space, finally this gas tanker entered Earth's orbit, but uncontrolled, and it was entering over Europe. So big parts of European airspace were just closed. So at that moment, it was entering over Spain, so they closed the entirety of Spain's airspace. So I think, not just about satellites, but in general, how we approach littering in space is very important, because this is, now this is one instance, and of course it didn't land anywhere, it didn't kill anyone. But if we start having exponentially more, space travel and more debris, and then more stuff falling down, or to your point, stuff staying places now, so it makes it difficult to, get out there or add new satellites or whatever, we're just going to create the same situation as we have here on Earth, with too much trash. So.
Yeah. I mean, I think it was for like space exploration and stuff. They were just saying there's certain parts of the ozone that we shouldn't go through multiple times either, because it'll break. And I don't know if I'm remembering it correctly, but when you go through it, you use so much gas and so much, speed to have to break through the ozone, or whatever it is, the atmosphere, in whatever way. And then it leaves like that gap, that hole there. And if you continuously go through it, then it continues to keep it weak, but you want to give it time to heal. So I think you're not supposed to go through the same spot over and over again, but I don't remember if I'm reading that correctly.
It sounds right, but I know nothing about it.
Yeah. Yeah.
I would love to be an astrophysicist and rocket engineer. I find it so cool, but I just don't have the brain for it.
Yeah, it's cool to
not how I'm wired.
The rocket launches and hear other people talk about it. That's for sure. But Niek did just play a Forest Rider, so they're moving.
True.
On
Let's get back to the match. Okay, so he okay. He still has a very unfavorable board state, but he might be able to drag it out long enough for him. No, sorry, I'm sticking. Did they? Yes, they did. Okay. Let's see here. But I think I'm going to retract what I said. I think it's just too much. Too big of a difference in the state of power on the board, or in the sense of power on the board. Because even though Niek's Delphic Priestess might have 10 HP, she only deals 1 damage.
Yep.
Like
the Nissa's putting in work.
Mm-hmm. He got rid of all of his clear removal spells before, so he doesn't really have an answer left.
I actually wonder if placing that Forest Rider is a horrible move, because you don't want to place that until Nissa's dead.
True.
Because Forest Rider really comes in handy when he's stronger.
That's true. Yeah, no, actually he should have kept his board. Well, no, because I also think that maybe what he's trying to do is make sure that he has, a blocker for each attacker. Because at this rate here, the enemy attackers are going to become really big and become a problem. So if he just lets one of them through, for example, lets through the the Lord Cockatoo, that's already 11 damage right there.
True. True.
So I don't know what the right move is to do here.
Yeah, if he had another card, I would have probably played it. But then again, I don't know what card, if any, that he has.
What could it be? What do you want, Kat? What do you want, huh? What do you think it can be? Say hi to the world. Look at just total indifference.
Like whatever.
Exactly.
Just keep petting me.
But that's literally her all the time. She's just like, "This is my life. Fine."
Cats always have that kind of like stoic, stoned look.
I can't imagine any other card making a difference for him here.
No. Like you said, all the cards are too weak at this point.
A 0/6 Snow Warrior, that hurts to like a 0/10 Delphic Priest. It just hurts to watch.
He looks like he's over it. He's like, you know what?
Yep.
go. Like, let's start another match. I'm done with this.
I like at this point I would, if I was Niek, I would just be hoping that Benji would make a mistake somehow. Like, find some way of fucking up for me, Benji. Thank you, please.
Yeah, accidentally summon a card that gets rid of Nissa. That'd be great.
Something. Yeah, exactly. You know, place another creature and choose the wrong, you know, creature to replace. Yeah, what's he gonna?
Yeah, see, Forest Rider's just like, it's the answer to everything.
Yeah, it is.
And then he killed his own Forest Rider, so like, it's over. It's absolutely over.
Mm-hmm. Next round, it's Benji's attack turn, and I'm betting you he's gonna attack just out of the back.
Oh, no. Why didn't you play that earlier?
Okay.
Maybe he just drew it. Maybe he just drew it. That's probably the reason.
That might have been a top deck, but I think that's also maybe the reason why he. Oh God!
Of course. And she's like, "You think I didn't think of this?"
Niek must just be like, "Fucking hell, shit."
Exactly. It's like, dude, what did I wait all this time for? Just take it. Just take the game, man.
Mm-hmm.
You got it.
No, I think it was a top deck. Actually, no, I don't think it was a top deck because I think that's why he attacked, so he could make room for getting down to Nissa.
But you could have just killed it anyways. You're not doing anything.
True.
The Forest Rider is too strong. It's gonna first strike you anyways.
Yeah, true. Oh, so they're counting mana. There we go. Oh, poor devs. All this manual work. Okay, so if I was Benji, I would just attack straight away, I think. Is he just...
I mean,
unless he has a creature card on hand that's better than one of the creatures he has on the board, or if he has a way of buffing them all. What's the call? What is it? Call to arms? No.
Which card are you thinking of?
There's a card that deals damage to all. No, or is that only Roman? I think that's only Roman.
There's
actually.
Battle Ruins, but it only hurts your side.
Yeah, but is that Roman or neutral?
That's Roman.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, yeah, that was the one I was thinking of, but I couldn't remember its alignment. Well, then he doesn't have a way to buff all of his creatures.
Nope.
So what is he holding off on?
Even if he did, it wouldn't be enough. Because it'd still only be 3, and then very next turn it'd go down to 2, very next turn it'd go down to 3, and he'd be in the same situation again.
Mm-hmm. We have a... So we have a pause here. I think they're just figuring out start and end of round triggers.
Benji should just all-out attack. He has nothing to lose. He's used all of his spell cards for the most part. Niek has. I mean, you don't have to really worry about anything sneaky. You might want to save Nissa just because, but everything does so little in damage that you're either going to chip away the damage to kill him next turn, or he's going to let you just straight up attack and you're going to get a bunch of damage. Like, it's a win-win.
True. Yep. And yeah, there is absolutely nothing he can do.
No.
Like, he literally has no way of getting rid of Benji's board here. I think this is a win, 100%. 100% a win now. And we're back on track. The timer is back going. Now let's see Benji do an all-out attack here.
Yeah, or accidentally pass, or pass on purpose. Or maybe it was supposed to be his turn.
No, it was supposed to be Benji's turn because he has What is he doing? Why?
Benji, you troll. Why?
What is going on here?
Benji, what?
But why?
I don't understand. You don't have to be afraid of anything. Why?
I don't get it either.
Oh, bro, end the game. We need to. There's 2 more matches. Well, 1 more match minimum. You've been here 3 hours, Benji.
Dude, what was that?
I don't know what he's doing. Is he trolling?
Wait, okay. He says they're telling us that the stream is about 20 seconds behind. But that doesn't really matter for us.
Doesn't explain why Benji's being a dum-dum.
No, it doesn't.
What is he doing?
I don't know.
I mean, I'm not missing anything, right? You would have attacked there, right?
Straight. That would be the first thing I would do. Literally, not even play a spell or anything else. Just attack straight out of the bat.
They have 0 attack. I mean, yes, there's 2 things that have 4 and 3 now, but they weren't there before.
Nope, they weren't there before. Exactly. So Benji, what you do? Trying to give your friend a chance here? Am I smelling some inside play here? Some
Well, so what happens when they use all of their cards? What happens when you can no longer draw a card? Do you continue to play?
It's a good question. We've been through a few different punishments of what happens to you if you start drawing from an empty deck, but I must be honest and say currently I don't know what they have implemented in the game for what happens if you draw cards from an empty deck. It could be you just straight up lose the game. I don't think that that they've implemented that, but I think that if it stayed the same it was in the old way, then it was dealing damage to you. So you try to draw a card that isn't there, you take 1 damage.
I like that. Yeah, I think that's fair. I think Yu-Gi-Oh had something like that too. If you couldn't draw, it was like -2 damage from your health points or whatever.
Yeah, it's very common. I think it's the same in Hearthstone as well, but it's exponential in Hearthstone. So the first time you draw a card that isn't there, you take 1 damage, but then the next time you take 2, and then the next time you take 4, and then the next time you take 8. So it kind of it ramps up. Okay.
Yeah, it looks like Ken's saying the same thing. It looks like Niek's done for. He gets a Forest Rider up there, but I mean, again, all he has to do is stall out, and that Forest Rider is going to have no attack.
True.
The only thing that it could kill is the Watchful Raven and the Cronus and the Legendary. And I guess the Forest Riders could tie each other, but all you have to do is wait 1 turn, which is going to be his attacking turn next turn anyways, so then it'll go back to 5. And then there's Fortified, which I forgot about, so actually it doesn't kill anyways.
Oh, this just in. I'm being told by my correspondent that they start taking damage if they try to draw from a deck that isn't there. Thank you so much.
Oh, nice.
Sorry,
Appreciate that listening
in. Just reading the chat because they by chance spoke about it. But yeah.
No, they're watching.
Oh, exactly, that's the one. But I see here that we're down to 1 and 2 cards left in the respective decks. I don't know who is who, but there was only 1 and 2 cards left in their deck. So they should start taking damage soon, and then hopefully that will speed up this match, and we'll get a winner.
We could have had a winner last round. I don't know what Benji's doing.
I feel you. I agree.
Maybe he lost connectivity again. God, that'd be the worst. I don't think so, though.
No, I agree. I don't think it would have been a connectivity issue because it was passed back and forth.
I think at that point they would just tell Niek to surrender. I think.
Yeah, no, exactly. Unless Benji, says, in the chat, because they're sitting live together with the devs and everything. There's a referee and all that. Then he would have piped up, right? He would have said, "Oh, why did it pass? Oh, I wanted to attack or something." So,
yeah,
I think it might have just been maybe it's fatigue from being in the match so long and being on the road at the same time that he just didn't think about it. He's like, "Yeah, I have nothing to do. Yeah, I have nothing to do. Oh shit, I have to attack."
Maybe. Yeah. I don't know. I would think like, hey, I've been in this match a long time. When can I attack? Let me go. Let me at him.
I would hope for the same. But who knows? He might be in Vietnam where it's 4 o'clock in the morning. I have no clue.
Yeah.
But yeah, a big misplay from Benji not taking the win at that point. Yeah, they're doing their usual change around shenanigans with our devs having to manually go through. No, they paused the timer.
Maybe it's super early where Benji is, but it's super late where Niek is, so he's stalling out time to make Niek more tired.
Smart, exactly.
Yeah, this is how he's
trying to drag it out.
He's just had a bunch of coffee. He went to bed super late. He woke up at different time zones. He's got it all mapped out.
Yep. As one does, right? That's the most common practice in the competitive card gaming.
When there's, we'll go back to it. When there's, I got rid of pool. Well, it's not going to be as smooth a transition as I wanted it to be. But
Cat, can't you tell that I'm live on air? Leave
when
me
there's
alone.
war prizes with 2,000 plus ADA and all of these
Hey.
NFTs, that is what you do.
Exactly. That is what one does. Anything for this. Look at this. The cornucopia. Oh God, Cat. Okay, the cornucopia of lovely prizes.
The Crypto Raggy, the YOLO Solos, the Hype Beast
Mhm.
Halloween, the Eggs World Chicks, the War Prizes. I don't think you're giving that away, but maybe, probably not.
No, we're not giving the handle away.
What is this? BAB?
So that's a Battleborg.
Okay. I haven't heard of
That's
that. Actually, I think I have heard of Battleborgs. I just didn't know about BAB. Build a Borg.
yeah, exactly. That's so it's Battleborgs build a Borg. So that's build your own yeah, Battleborg, which is that character. So you can I can't remember if it's a third person or a first person shooter, but it's a strategy shooter game, sci-fi something.
Nice.
Actually, they're quite far ahead. They're doing well. I'm very curious to what they have in store. But if you move your cursor 4 slots to the right, there's something all the way at the right. Oh, what's that?
Oh, the War Vault.
Oh,
Whoa.
whoa. Hold on, soldier. Look at that. It's too bright. I can't even look.
So this is a 2022 champion trophy, and this is the
Yes.
first one, which will be going to
Yep.
our winner, I'm assuming.
Yep, indeed. So this is that's the finalist trophy. Then we have the 2 silver ones, which are for both our semi-finalists. And then we have all of the copper ones are for all the participants. So
okay.
we have a participation trophy. But yeah, these commemorate our very first esports and tournament event.
That's awesome. Where's my trophy?
Oh, we have a gift for you. Don't worry, Atlanick, man.
I want my commemorative participation trophy.
I'll see what I can do, but I know that we'll be taking good care of you and Thor, because you've been champs and working with us here. We really appreciate everything you've been doing.
I appreciate that. Yeah, I'm excited.
Oh, we appreciate you, bro. Yeah, it's gonna, dude. I wish I could have participated in this tournament. Look at all this stuff. I want this stuff.
Right? I actually thought when we first started that I would be able to participate and stream, and I was thinking about, I was like, how would I show my hand and not show my hand? I'd probably be stream sniped. And then you guys came up with like, oh, well, we'll let you play, but it'll be like an exhibition match so that it won't count, and then you can.
Yeah.
It's a good medium.
Oh, actually, maybe since you were in the exhibition match, maybe there is a participation trophy then.
Okay.
I don't know, because I haven't been the one deciding numbers and stuff, but let's see, man. But maybe this is while they're just having yet another little pause, maybe this is a good time to do a little bit of some love showing and shout outing for our sponsors here. As you can see, 10 billion Hosky tokens, which is one of our headline sponsors, along with Perplexes and JPEG Store. So JPEG Store coming in clutch, also directly sponsoring with Ada, and being a part of this with us is we appreciate everything they do. We love the guys over at JPEG Store, and this also, of course, our big Hosky friend, our favorite rug pull of them all. And then, of course, to all of the other sponsor and partner projects who have come in here with clutch crazy prizes. We have Eggs World, Adania, Hype. We have Crypto Nitties. We have Crypto Raggies. We have Super Bull. We have Wi-Fi. What else do we have here? Battleborgs, Ada Ninjas, Occult Archives, Peppermint. Am I missing anything? Eggs World, of course. Can't miss those. Then we have our own NFTs, Proxies, and Keyboard Warriors, Ada Knots, and YOLO Solos. I can't miss YOLO Solos. What do you mean?
Of course.
Cosmic Cuties as well. I love Cosmic Cuties. I minted my first one a week ago, so shout out to Cosmic. And I think, and the Ada Quest. Now I got all of them. X-Rays, yeah, we got Thetan Arena. No, that's that's not Thetan Arena, is it?
Phoenix Arena. Or is this a different one?
No, that's Phoenix, you're right. I thought you said Thetan, which is on another blockchain.
Gotcha. I'm hearing some things. Is something happening?
Hey, we're back.
Oh, so somebody attacked.
Yep. And somebody blocked finally.
Nice.
Let's see.
Well, they would have had to block.
Yes. So I think this might have been. Wait. Is this the attack turn where we questioned why he didn't attack, or is this a full round later?
I'm not sure. We can go back like a 30 seconds to a minute and see what we
Yeah,
missed.
let's do it. Let's do it. Okay, so they've already had that damage go through there. Okay, okay.
Oh, okay. So it goes to Benji. Benji does is a half attack?
No, I think
Full on attack.
I think he's just thinking about the sequence maybe of attacks.
You're probably right.
If there is a reason to do that. Does any of them have?
I don't know why
Okay, no. So
normally I would understand you don't want to send them all out, but
yeah, he doesn't have a way to get rid of Cockatoo or Nissa. So why not just send them out? Exactly.
either way, that's going to set him up for probably a win next round.
Mm-hmm.
So he places a Lemur Spirit now. Can speed up a little bit. The benefit of being behind.
You can also click J or L if you don't know.
J.
That's 10 second jumps. So the
Ah.
arrow keys are 5-second jumps. J and L are 10-second jumps.
So now I'm assuming they have to fix the health points for some reason.
Yeah, most likely because it would start around, end around.
And then he
All
gets to
those
attack
triggers.
again because he passes. And I think this should be game.
Yeah. So well, if he blocks the 4 biggest, yeah, exactly. This game definitely easy.
GG.
Nice. GG's. Benji. World's longest match, but well played.
It was all his tactic is all long.
Exactly. Wow. Well, congratulations to Benji and congratulations to Niek as well for making it this far. But let's see. I think we're going straight into the match 2 here. No time to spare.
Yep.
So
And
match 2.
So Benji can no longer use his Cockatoo deck now, though.
Correct. Yes.
So we'll have to see because that deck was a really strong deck. Both of them pulling out all the stops for that match.
Mm-hmm.
However, goes in Benji's favor.
So who do you imagine Niek playing this match here?
I think Niek can stay with his Cockatoo deck. I think Cockatoo is very strong. I think he played very well. But Benji, the order in which he got his cards and he got his Nissa earlier.
Yeah, true.
And somehow was able to keep that commander on the board the entire match from the very beginning.
Exactly. Yep.
So
I think he got placed back once, didn't he?
You might be right. Maybe.
I can't remember.
I think you're right.
Such a long match.
You're right. Because he used one harpoon on him. But it was the second harpoon because the first harpoon he placed on somebody else. I can't remember who. It might have been a Nissa. Yeah, but then he played another Nissa and then respawned the commander. So, and that's the weakness. There's not many weaknesses, I'd say, to the Cockatoo deck, but the fact that it can't also get obliterate is a weakness. So in most of the decks, other than Cockatoo and the Necromancer deck, you can get 2 obliterates, which kills anything on the board, no questions asked. And then 2 harpoons, which kills anything on the board that has 6 or more health.
Yep. But then that's also the reason why you didn't have a commander like Cockatoo that does a bit more as a commander than the other commanders do. So he does bring a more combat value, at least in my opinion. I would also say hard stats he brings more value because he does give fortified and buffs. And of course, he generates, small 1/1 creature cockatoos for you. So as a commander, I think he's the strongest when it comes to abilities. But then that's only because, he has nothing to take from, really. He doesn't have those obliterates. He doesn't have those crazy buff spells or board wipes. So I think it makes sense.
Yeah, I definitely think that the Cockatoo deck is either the strongest deck or one of the strongest decks. And then I'm not sure what I would put next, but I'm a huge fan of the Necromancer deck. If
Zenobia.
Oh, really? So do you think the Zenobia
just personal preference?
Okay, because the rush side of Zenobia I think is very, very strong, but
hmm
the late game, like actually trying to level her up to her fullest to get kind of the Exodia win effect,
hmm
I think is almost impossible.
So I'm not. I don't want to sound full of myself, but I have actually won quite a few times with her level 3 promotion condition, and gotten there quite consistently. So the whole
Okay.
idea is you have to build a deck that is super cheap, but still allows for. So the point is you build a deck around a swarm tactic, but you also allow for very late game creatures to be in there, and you also make sure, of course, to have what you call both the spells that populate your board, but also the spells that depopulate the board. Because then once you get to late game, if you still have a lot of cheap creatures available in your deck, and you have a lot of those, the Eldritch Wolf Priest, or I think that's his name, Eldritch Wolf Priest, and the Equitus, Call of the Equitus Knights thing that summons three soldiers. Once you hit, your level 3 promotion, you can in one turn guarantee your own win. You just, if you have the right cards in hand, and you might have 2 creatures on the board, all you got to do is summon your Zenobia, play your population spell, pass the turn, it's start the next turn, you win. Thank you, bye bye.
I'm gonna steal that. I'm gonna try that. That sounds
I can
really
send you
great.
my deck list. It's really
Yeah,
fun.
yeah. I'm definitely down to do that. But we
Okay.
have the Aurelius with the regenerate ability with
Ooh,
Benji
yes.
against the Terracropolis from Niek. And let me get rid of this again.
All good, all good. I have a love-hate relationship with the taskbar in Windows.
I know. I wish it would just not pop up when I get notified, but what can you do?
No, but it's always there when you don't want it to pop up, and then it doesn't want to go away. But then when you take your mouse down to do something and it doesn't show up, you're like, where are you?
I know. I can't stand it. Thank you, Windows, for consistently disappointing.
Exactly. Thank you. Okay, so who do you think has the upper hand here when it comes to the commander? Are you more of a Terracropolis or Aurelius dude?
I think this deck, it's kind of in Terracropolis' favor.
hmm
However, if Aurelius can get upgraded, then he can just keep soaking up all the damage that he wants and dishing it right back.
Yep. Exactly. So for those of you who don't know the mechanics here, Aurelius, he has regenerate, and when he has seen enough of his own allied soldiers or allied units regenerate, then he will promote it to his second version, and then he has a new ability that basically states that any damage that he regenerates personally will be dealt as damage to the enemy legend, so to the enemy opponent. And Terracropolis basically lets you summon a lot of these skeletons here. The one you see currently on the board, you can summon 1 per turn. So Terracropolis works around seeing allied units die. So I can't remember the amount. I think it's 40 units that have to die, 30 or
Yep.
40 units, but you'll reach that quite quickly because it's a very swarm deck. So it revolves around getting a lot of units on the board to be able to sacrifice them to the Terracropolis to get those counters. And then Terracropolis will promote into a 10/10 indestructible 10 cost creature, which is very scary. I
Yep.
also think it has an ability, but I can't remember what it does.
Its ability is when anything dies, like one of your units dies on the field, it deals 1
hmm
to everything
Oh
except for
yeah,
your
true.
unit.
Yep, that's the one. Super annoying. Just ping everything for 1 damage, or all enemy units for 1 damage.
Yep.
Very, very strong, but it takes quite a long time to get there.
True. When combined with Warhusk, it becomes 2 damage from everything that dies.
hmm
And then
Yep,
that's win condition pretty much for Terracropolis.
yep, yep. Warhusk and what do you call it? Oh no, sorry. I'm thinking of if it was a Terracropolis matchup, like mirror matchup. You have those. You have the skeleton armies, and then you'll have the ping that does damage to everything, which gets rid of a skeleton army, which then summons a new set of skeletons. And
Yeah.
there's so many different triggers from Terracropolis. It's crazy. I feel sorry for our devs.
It happened in the semifinals. It was insane.
hmm Yep. You
Did
just
he
saw
just
the
use it
whole screen
again?
light up.
He just used Call of the
Yeah, he
Equites back
did.
to back.
Yep.
This man is insane. He is going for rush damage right here. Because I don't know if that's the greatest play. Like these Call of the
Mm,
Equites and Equiate Knights in general are really, really bad against Terracropolis. Because they're going to deal a lot of damage, but you have no health, so it can be stopped by any unit.
true. Maybe he's trying to have some way of just keeping Niek's board state down? Maybe that's his. Okay, that's annoying. That suddenly changes the whole thing.
Yeah, now this is a bit better.
Yeah,
because now
exactly.
they won't die.
But yeah, no, Equitus Knights are always a clutch move because people always underestimate them. You see, 3 or in this case 4 1/1s. You're like, pah, measly 1/1s. But then you read the text and they get buffed for each other soldier that you have on your board when they attack. So in this case, if Benji attacks, then each Equitus Knight would actually be buffed with +3 to their power. No,
Yep.
+4. Sorry, because Snow Warrior is also a soldier.
Yep.
Well, now he's going to die. Nope, he's not going to die yet. He's only taking 3 damage.
Yep.
Okay.
So he'll be able to deal 10 damage right here. And
10 to his face, exactly, unblocked.
And only one of them is going to die because of skeleton unit. And Undead Priest doesn't... Oh, that stinks. He's not even going to get the benefit of the +2/+2.
Actually, no.
Die anyways.
So, well, technically, this is what's going to happen. The Undead Priest dies, proccing his ability, giving Niek the power to place that buff on another creature. But in this case, skeleton unit would only be buffed to a 4/4, still meaning that she would die from the Equitus Knight. But he will be allowed to use that buff before combat completely resolves. Right. So if she had been like a 2/3, then he would have been able. Well, she would have still died, but the logic is there. Okay, put a
what is
random.
he doing?
I think he's. Necro Drain.
But he should have done that before.
Yeah, he should have done that.
Wait, no. He did it right because he blocked the attack and then did it. So the damage didn't go through.
Yes, you're right. Yeah, exactly.
So
okay.
Niek knows what he's doing. I shouldn't have doubted it.
Me neither, but you got me to doubt it. How dare you?
Sorry, Niek.
Okay, so we're seeing faster gameplay. Niek already down to 20 HP.
He does have a lot of drain effects, so HP is kind of not super relevant or as relevant as it would be with other decks for Terracropolis.
What in what sense do you mean?
So like if he has 20 HP or even like lower HP, you might think, oh, he's closer to death. But there's a card, I think it's Anubis Priest, where you sacrifice 2 cards on your side of the field to play Anubis Priest, and then he'll deal 1 damage to everything on the field. And for every 1 damage that he deals, you soak that up and drain it and give that HP to your legend.
True. Well remembered. Okay, so that you're right. That makes it a little bit more easy to play with your life as an undead player here.
Yep. And you constantly want your units to die anyways, so sacrificing those units for that play is welcomed with this deck.
Exactly. Okay, so he didn't play anything on his turn? Okay, start next round. Okay.
So that stinks. He might have thought that Lich Assassin's or Assistant's ability would trigger from Bones Barracks, but because it's not a monster, it doesn't trigger the dying effect.
Exactly.
I don't know if he knew that or not.
Yeah, I think if you read, he would have known it, but I think he might have forgotten it.
Yep.
So that's gonna still hurt. Ouch.
Yeah. That's 12 damage.
Yeah.
Now I said HP is not relevant as much, but early on it is.
Yeah, exactly. If he doesn't, change his or buff his board state instantly, next attack turn, if just 2 creatures get through or something, it can easily be a win for Benji.
He will get the Bone Barracks next turn as well. So that'll die. He'll get the Skeleton Army, which when that dies, you get 2. But for the initial attack, you don't have those yet.
True.
Exactly.
Okay, Lich Assassin. Don't know how big of a difference he's going to make because... okay, there you go.
Good play.
Nice. Yep.
And he's going
Instantly
to get
got rid of it.
regenerate because he doesn't have enough mana.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
So that was his first regeneration counter.
Yep, he's going to really, in my opinion, need to get that up as fast as possible if he can't keep applying the pressure.
Yeah, but
there's Anubis Priest.
Okay.
So he's about to get 6 health given back to him, I believe, because I think it drains from the enemy legend as well.
Yeah, but then isn't it? Oh, how it doesn't deal damage to his own units, right? No, exactly. Nope. It only deals damage to the enemy.
Yep.
There we go. Nice.
So that was really good. That boosts him out of that close to death range.
Mm-hmm. Oh, but Benji, he comes in clutch with the Legatus here, buffing his own board. Okay.
Does he have a harpoon?
Huh.
And if so, he might have a quick strike to counter it.
Or an he has to attack now. That's like just attack straight out of the bag.
Yeah, that's a smart move because it's going to get rid of 3. He'll only be able to summon 1 card, and then he'll have 2 monsters that can attack the life points.
Yep. So let's see what Niek does here. Oof. If he blocks the 2 biggest, that would leave 10 damage open on the field right now. So it wouldn't be lethal yet, but it would be very close.
Yeah, he might even be able to have a spell like a Bonfire Warmth to make it down to 1 HP.
Yeah, but Bonfire Warmth is 2 mana, right? And he only has 1 left.
Nope.
Oh, nice. 1. Okay. Wait, Bonfire Warmth is 1 mana?
Yeah, it's like my favorite card. I love it.
Oh, nice. I remember it as being 2. There you go.
Yeah.
Nice.
+3 attack, no defense boost, but +1 card or 1 mana card. Really, really powerful.
That's really strong. Yeah. Wow. Okay.
Yeah, don't change that. I love it.
Hey, don't tell me. I'm not the game designer. So, okay. So maybe it's not as scary for Niek anymore.
Yeah, that was a really clutch 9 spell that he had to summon those 3.
Yep. Yeah, those skeleton armies, they're going to keep his board state nice and full.
Yeah, now's when he really needs to start getting regenerates off. And he might have regretted playing that Black Swordsman now, too.
Mm-hmm. Oh, disappearance. Wow. Okay.
That's interesting. It's not going to kill his monsters either because they're strong. They're not below 3. Mm-hmm. That is so good.
And it doesn't proc dying.
Oh, that's a good play, too. But it's going to leave him open to a free attack next turn. Not completely free, because I think he can summon 1 more skeleton.
Oh. Arm up. Oh, okay. Nice.
So something will die here. Most likely the Aurelius, if I had to guess, if he attacks with it.
Yeah, I think that would also be... No. Well, it's between, getting rid of their commander or taking, 3 extra damage from Black Swordsman. I think I would block the Black Swordsman.
Yeah, I don't know. Because you want to make the Aurelius cost more, but...
Yeah, but it's this late in the game where it's like...
He might be right.
He's going to take 10 damage. Oh, unless you can do something.
Oh, that's smart.
Nice. Yeah. Holy shit. Wait.
Is that game? That's game.
Yep, that's game. That's game. That's fucking game. Holy shit.
What a play.
What? Holy fuck. Benji, we have a winner. Oh
my, bro.
We have a winner.
That's insane.
What a fucking play. Holy shit. Damn.
Wow.
Okay. Wow. Well, congratulations, Benji.
Whew.
Damn. A really long match for match 1, followed up by a really swift match for match 2. Holy shit. Well, to both players, really congratulations and big ups for making it this far. But for Benji, you took home the win here. I envy you for this prize wallet that is now not all yours, but mostly yours. Damn, holy shit. What a game. Okay.
They even had the animations ready for Benji to win. It's rigged.
No, this is a shout out to my brother Luke, also known as Nebulous in the Discord server. He's the one manning the stream, so he made sure everything was ready. So he has all the winning screens, everything ready to go. So he's been doing a clutch job here.
That's
Damn.
awesome. So we're gonna have
good
Niek on here
job.
then, yeah?
Yes, I think so. I think it's Niek that we'll be getting. I'm just gonna make sure he has your link.
Yeah, the link that I sent you, that's the same link.
Yeah.
If you want to.
Yeah.
Cool.
Perfect. Okay. And let's see. There we go. I sent it to him. Let's see what he says. Wow. Okay. So I can't believe it's done.
Yeah, I
Somehow
thought we were
I
gonna
was-
have a lot longer.
Exactly. I was like prepared for like, hunkering in for the winter, it's like just you gotta hunker down. But no, this was yeah, that was a surprise win, I feel. That came really fast, really well played. I loved it, it feels like he was actually expecting that to happen because that skull throw just came instantly.
Yeah.
So wow.
Yeah, he was definitely thinking about it. And when you said he should have attacked the 6, if he did, he wouldn't have lost. Or at least he wouldn't have lost that round.
Exactly. Could he have? So if he blocked the 6, then that means 3 less damage would have gone through, bringing us down to 7
3?
damage instead of bringing us down to 7 damage instead of 10, right? So if he used that skull throw, dealing 4 damage would bring him up to dealing 11 damage. So yeah, he would have been left at 3 HP.
Yep.
He would have been left at 3 HP.
Yeah, that's crazy. I don't think he would have won regardless. He already used his drains. He used 1 drain spell already. He used his Anubis Priest already. Most of his life recovering abilities were gone. So he was in a bad spot.
Yep. Agreed.
But what a play.
Wow, okay. What a play, exactly. Well, we're awaiting response from Niek here, the second finalist, the runner-up. Let's see if he gets through to us and if he joins
We gotta
us.
give him his moment to rage real quick and then let him come on.
Exactly.
I'm sure he's chugging a 4 Loco or something and punching a few holes in his wall, and then he'll come on and, hey guys, how you doing?
Exactly. Sounds about right. Exactly. Yeah. No, I'm pretty sure that Niek and Benji are actually close friends. So yeah, it's I think that they might have just they are just chatting together and saying, good job, bro. So we're still splitting the winnings, right? Yeah.
Is that what you really say to your best friend? I don't think so.
No, you're right. It would be more like,
suck.
You fucking suck.
I told you to go home.
Get good, son. Get good.
Exactly.
Nice. Yeah. I get it. It's literally me and my friends. I feel you. Well, let's see here. No response as of yet.
Hey, I get it, man. You need a moment to decompress.
Exactly. So let me just look at what do we have here. Just looking at our schedule to see if there's anything left.
There's also prizes for the most convincing win.
Yes, there is.
Okay. Prizes for the tightest match. Prizes for or just special mentions rather, and then a little special thing. I don't know if we want to announce all of it, but
yeah, so we can actually do that. How many viewers do we have here right now?
1.
Fair enough. Well, let's move. Why don't we move to and stream the Cardano Thor stream here? and then
Sure.
join in on and see what they're talking about, because they're most likely having a big after match chat. No, I think he's live on YouTube, unless
Oh,
he's
is
live
he?
both places at the same time.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, no, then he's
on both.
live both places. Yeah, nice. Because what we want to do is we want to, of course, have a mint party, and then we check one of the the minted liches that have been minted live during tonight, and we choose a random mint, and that lich or holder of a lich will be given a free lich. But if we only have one viewer here, hi viewer, whoever you are. Hey, Niek joined us.
What's going on, Niek?
Yo, Niek, man, welcome to Atlantic's live stream here. The
Hi,
War
guys.
Chambers.
You guys hear me?
Hey, bro. We hear you fine, loud and clear.
Nice, good.
What's up, Kyle?
Oh.
I see you in
What's
there.
up, Kyle? He's waving to us as well. Nice. No, Niek, welcome, man. How are you doing?
Yeah, bad, hey?
I feel you. What happened in those matches?
Yeah, I don't know. Benji was good, of course. The first match, Benji deserved to win very much. Yeah, the second match, I just expected him to play liches as well. So my deck was built on that. And then he came
Damn.
with that anti-liches.
Yeah, he came with the Aurelius. Yeah, that was
Really
clutch.
wishing me.
Yeah, how do you feel about like certain decks just either not necessarily always beating, but mostly always beating a certain deck? Do you feel like the Aurelius deck is just a strong counter to the Necro deck?
Yeah, I think the Neko deck is like the most OP deck in the game at the moment because of when you get to a topic, when you can hold on long enough and keep spamming monsters on the board, and then you get to a topic and it's massacre. But yeah, Aurelius is of course the best chance to defend against the liches, I think, because you have all the roam spells, which the obliterates, and you have all the neutral spells with the disappearance, which are very important in this game. Yeah, and of course you have all the regens to survive all the attacks.
True. Yeah, it's a tough matchup, man. What if you could have done a play differently in either of the matches? What would you have done differently if it was another time?
Yeah, the first match I played a quick strike, and yeah, I would say I played it in time, but apparently I didn't, so it went to my own Black Swordsman. Otherwise, I would have killed his Coronas. And it could have been a small game changer, but I'm not sure if that was the problem. And I should have definitely kept my harpoon throw for a second missile.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's what we were talking about as well. That second Nissa for Benji really did that was what we saw as being a majority of the reason for him, taking home that win. That she just, your creatures ended up dealing no damage, which was just, super detrimental to your board state. But dude, you made it this far, man.
I'm very happy for Benji as well. I mean, he's one of my friends.
You made some kind of deal that you're splitting the prize pool, right? No, I know, you're good friends, and he'll most likely take care of you as well. But dude, it's been a pleasure to see you, fight your way through the tournament rankings up so far here. It's been, there were moments where, I was sure that you were going to, sorry to say, but there were a moment where I was like, oh my God, you're going to, be kicked out of the tournament. But then you pulled through, and there's a reason for it. You are one of our best players in the alpha tester circle. And just you being here in the finals against one of the other best players, Benji, is just a testament to that. Yeah. So no, it's been great fun having you guys fight it out in the Wolves Rome Thunderdome.
Yeah, it was great. I mean, the tournament as well. It's been such a fun weeks, multiple weeks. Mm-hmm. I think it also was very good for the alpha testing because everyone was like training, and you had much more players around the last few weeks. Very nice.
True. And so let me ask you, oh, sorry, go ahead.
Of course, for the devs as well. I mean, they have been debugging so much last 3 weeks and testing
True.
the stuff out to work in the background.
True. Yeah, we can feel how much extra work they've done in the company wallet, over time. No, of course we take care of everyone because our devs are amazing. But let me ask you, Niek, what's actually then your favorite deck? Your absolute favorite deck that you have?
Good question. I would say it goes between Cockatoo and Zenobia. I really like Zenobia.
Hey, Zenobia representing. Yeah, no,
Yeah.
Zenobia is my favorite commander. Okay, Cockatoo Zenobia. Nice, nice.
Cockatoo is one of my strongest decks. That's also where I started with it. So yeah, but Zenobia, yeah, I just didn't twist her for the tournament. But otherwise, I would definitely play it. I like it so much to play with Zenobia. It's just so many different tactics that you can have.
True,
Yeah,
true.
did you get iced at all? Like during that long match, were you just kind of like mentally drained after the delay?
No, I would say no. At a given moment, I have my deck in front of me, and I'm like playing bingo when I'm playing the game. So I was
Nice.
biting off every card I used. And then I was looking at the cards I still had in deck, and I already knew Benji was going to win it. So
Fair.
Damn, okay. But hey,
Yeah.
respect to that. I like your approach. Really, that's a very competitive mind state. I like that.
yeah,
You know,
good
say
very good.
nice. Now that sounds like something competitive Magic players or Yu-Gi-Oh players would do, keeping tabs of exactly what goes in and out of their own graveyard and the opponent's graveyard and what's been played and all that. Nice, nice. Do you have any questions, Atlanick?
I was thinking, there are decks that are stronger, and it's very early on, and I know there's going to be way more cards, but there's decks that really do seem like 80-20, like for the matchup, Is it going to continue to be that way? Is that like a fine thing? Or do you think there'll be kind of ways to make more decks a little bit more balanced against other decks?
For me or for Niek?
Either. I mean, you probably know more because you're on the development side a bit. So,
I think it's a very it's a good question, by the way, but I think it's a very difficult problem to approach because when you build a game like this, you have to have, first of all, a very clear, trifecta of, who beats what, right? So think of it the same way. Do you know that whole the Big Bang Theory, Sheldon's rock paper scissors thing? Rock beats paper, paper beats something, like that whole thing, and because they all have to crisscross. So it's the same with building a game like this. You have to have that. Okay, so Zenobia has to be able to be beaten by someone else, but that someone else has to be able to then have another counter. So you have to build in counters for all the commanders, but at the same time, you also have to leave room for any counter to be countered within itself. So if the Zenobia player is playing against their counter, then they should still be able to win if they play well enough, even though they're playing against their counter. But we need to create that counter in the first place. So there are, strengths and weaknesses. That's, basically, yeah, rock, paper, scissors. Rock is strong, but if it comes against paper, it's lost. But it doesn't always. You have to build in, room for both. You have to have counters, but you also have to have ways of just being able to win because you're good at the game. So
makes sense.
It's difficult to do properly, but it's very important to do properly. Or else you end up with either a game that is super boring to play or a game that has a crazy power creep.
Yeah, there will be that meta if you try to balance it 50-50, because it won't be 50-50. It'll just be that this is the best deck because it beats 90% of the other decks.
Exactly. And you said it yourself, meta, which is I hate the term meta in games because it is just that. It's just like if a given game has a meta, I'm most likely turned off by it because it's like I don't want to be told what to play. I want to play what I find fun,
Fair.
So what about you, Niek? How do you feel about the current meta of the game? And where do you think that we can do better?
Yeah, of course, we, we do need work on that, but I think that's also an alpha, right?
Hmm.
I think it's more important even than fixing bugs, just to stabilize the decks.
Okay,
Make sure there are
noted.
no OP cards. Yeah, I wouldn't say at this moment there are OP cards, but yeah, as I said, the liches can be OP, but as you saw in the match, Benji was able to counter it very good. So yeah, um, I think you always have that some decks can beat other decks more easily, but indeed, what you say, if you play it well enough, you should still be able to win against that deck. And I think it's still possible at that moment. So yeah, I think it's going very well.
Nice, cool. Well, thank you for your feedback. But and I think I agree with it. Okay, so I think they want us to participate in a live mint that's been going on.
How do we do so?
Well, let's check out Pool PM.
Gotcha.
See
Let's
if any
go bop. Cool.
exactly. And for Unique, while we're looking at this, how did you feel being a participant in this tournament here?
Yeah, as I said, it was very fun. Yeah, maybe I took it a bit too serious. I've been training a lot.
No. What do you mean you didn't take it too serious? You took it just as serious as you needed to take it.
I would be taking it very serious. So, I mean,
Exactly.
you know, there's money on the line. It's
Yeah,
a
definitely.
game that you want to play. You know, I hear the term try hard so often and I hate it because if
Yeah,
you're going to do
same.
something, why not try? Like, I don't
Yep.
know.
Yeah,
Seriously, if I kill someone in a game and they're like, "Oh, try harder," and it's like, yeah, it's like, what's the? Am I not supposed to try to win? Like, I'm sorry.
The people who try
Uh,
harder in life typically win. That is how that works.
that's very true.
exactly, exactly. I'm happy to hear that you think it was fun to be a part of. You know, as much as we had, it was a first for us, of course, here on the team. So we had a lot of, miscommunications, unsure of how to set something up, unsure of the right way to approach whatever we were approaching at a given moment. So as much stress as we've had setting all this up, we've also had good fun. And it's been a pleasure to, be very close with all the participants, with all our lovely streamer friends, and be live with you guys. It's been so fun, and we really appreciate all the love and attention we've been getting from everyone this in this tournament here. And thank you for being part of not just the tournament, Niek, but also just a big part of the community. We see you in there every single day, and we notice you, man. We really acknowledge and appreciate you. So
Yeah,
thank you.
that's because it's just a great project, man. I mean, you guys deserve it.
Thank you.
Love.
Thank you. Exactly. He's like, oh, stop it. Stop it. You don't have to. You can say it again, though. It's fine.
Hey man, you're about to
Oh,
get that
damn.
super cool trophy for coming in second
Yes,
place.
exactly.
Yeah,
Yeah.
nice.
And I dare say that I think that there's a little bit more than just that second place trophy, but we will make an official announcement.
Oh yeah, I see.
So this is
Yeah, look
yours
at
right
this.
here. This beautiful, sexy silver.
Yeah, nice.
That's
Gold ribbon,
nice. That is
whatever.
really nice.
I
I'm
heard they're
happy.
actually
I
gonna
think.
go on.
Go ahead.
No, I
No,
was
go ahead.
just gonna say I heard you're actually gonna make it out of full silver and send it to his house as well.
Oh yes, 2 meters tall.
All right.
Exactly.
So we have this on tape, right? This is recorded.
Yep. Tuesday morning, it will be in your front yard. Yep. That's how. Yep. That's what we do. That's just what we do.
Nice, thanks.
Yep,
I
FedEx
just
delivery.
right?
Nice, man. Well, Niek, I don't want to keep you around. If you got to go or if you're tired or whatever have you, please go and get some rest, Gladiator. You did amazingly well. I am so happy to have been able to be on this journey with everyone here, and really good work tonight. It was tough matches, both of them, but what do you call this? You challenged him. You made him do the absolute best he could do.
Yeah,
So
definitely.
good work, man.
Thanks.
Yep, appreciate you as well, man.
Cool. Well, we have nothing else on the schedule, so we can kind of do whatever we want.
All right, so let's bring out the mixtape. Let's get the champagne.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Yeah, let's go. Oh, nice, nice. Okay. Are we gonna party? Unique, you got some beers?
I could get one.
Oh, nice, nice. I think I need a cigarette at some point. God. I've been sitting here for how many hours now?
Yeah, I'm not a cigarette smoker, but I do like to puff sometimes on some other things. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. No, I feel you. I do both.
Yeah.
Not a big drinker, but I do partake in the devil's Latucci sometimes.
Yeah, I'm on a sober spree at the moment, but I do
Nice.
enjoy it. Yeah.
Nice, nice.
I think
Well,
it's good to
you-
reset every once in a while.
100%. And overdoing anything is bad. So,
Agreed.
completely. So
Agreed.
what are we gonna do here?
Do
Wanna
we
just,
have because I saw the mint party, but is that just to watch pool, or is there like anything going on with that?
I don't know. I was literally not in contact with anyone during my corona, so I came back to everything already being set up and scheduled.
Gotcha.
I actually
So I
did
have-
mint one myself.
Ooh,
Nice. Which one did you get?
16, 17. It just showed up on pool, I think.
nice.
Yeah, policy
Okay.
idea.
How
I'm
many
not
viewers
sure.
do we have currently?
2. We doubled our
Nice.
viewer count.
Nice.
Oh, is this it? 16,
That's right.
17.
Yes.
Ooh. Yeah, I'll show actually. Here, I'll pull up another tab while this is loading. I bought one off secondary because somebody was being really stupid and they sold a really cool one for like 150 or 140 or something. And mint price is 180. So
Yeah.
say less.
I think,
Exactly.
Stephen, can you confirm?
Yeah.
I think this is a 1-on-1.
Oh, it might be.
Let's see.
Let's look at the name. Background charge. Okay. Warrior cape. Okay. Change. Okay. Let me see where we have the
You
one
got
of
the
ones.
charged ceremonial sword.
That's a nice pull, by the way. That's really beautiful.
Yeah, let's see if I can find the one. I forget which wallet it's in.
Where do you have we had that image, right? And there's no-
Yeah. So exactly somewhere. That's what I'm searching for.
Ah,
I think I think you know I think we're talking about the same image. Okay.
I found it. It's an NFT reviewers chat.
Yeah. Okay.
And it
Let's
seems
see.
like it's a fan of the Charge Pharaoh.
Is it a one of one?
Yeah, I think it is.
Yes, it is. It is indeed a 1v1. Congratulations,
Wow.
man.
At least
Nice.
Wow, that's crazy.
Nice. Okay, cool. Well, I'm gonna write that to the others. Nice.
What a day, man. Coming in second, pulling a 1v1, drinking a beer. Like, does it get any better?
Oh yeah, so you need to get a beat.
This is the pinnacle of life.
God darn. Nice. Okay.
Well, I'm going to try to flex mine, but it's definitely not going to be a one of one. But this one, I got this bad boy for 150 off the floor.
Ooh, that's also good. I love that iridescence, like that chaotic glowing thing. I love it.
Yeah,
That's
I think
super
it's called
cool.
corrosion.
Yeah,
Or
I think
corrosive?
so too. Yeah. Corrosive. or-
Corrupt, toxic.
Yeah. Corrupt, toxic. Toxic. Nice.
Yep. Definitely looks cool.
Well, okay, Niek. So can you mint something for me too as well then?
I think he went to go grab the beer. Yo,
Yeah,
what's
exactly.
up, Mr. L? What's going on, homie? I don't know. Is that L? Is that LL?
Yeah, no, that's my friend Grit.
Ah,
I'm
okay.
like, I gotta be.
Hey, cheers, man.
Cheers.
I only have water close by, so I'll cheers with water.
I can pretend to have water, but I'm empty.
Oh, it's vodka. I have vodka here.
Oh, there we go.
Exactly. Niek, where in Holland are you?
Sorry.
You were in Holland, right?
Yes, correct.
Whereabouts in Holland?
Gelderland, Nijmegen.
Yeah, nope. I don't know.
Beautiful place, I've heard though.
It's against
Exactly.
the Dutch-German border. So I'm like,
Okay.
I would say 1 kilometer away from the border.
Wow. Okay, you can literally walk to Germany. Okay.
Yeah, definitely.
Nice. No, I've sadly never been to Holland. I had a layover, so I've seen the Amsterdam airport.
Mm,
That was a nice airport, though. Really nice
Yeah.
airport.
very big.
Oh yeah, we
Uh,
need to send over the code to Benji for his NFT touchable as well.
Yes, sir.
Do
Indeed.
you have the code, or did he only send it to me?
I think he only sent it to you. I don't have anything.
Okay, gotcha. I will send that code to you.
Give me the code.
Yeah, let me pull up
Please.
NFT touchable while we shout them out. He gave away just on a whim, just by being in here. He's like, I'll give a code which is worth up to $100 off of whatever you want to get. So yes, that does mean it can be free if you get within $100.
Yep, that's very, very generous of him, man. Huge shout outs to NF Touchable. Thank you so much. I think
Nice.
Benji is also going to appreciate it a lot.
Could you please give the code?
Give me the code. Give
I don't
me
think he
the
sent
code.
me the code. It's all good. We'll get it from another time.
Hey, my God. How dare he? How dare he? So, Niek, how are you gonna spend the rest of the evening?
It's actually 12 p.m. here, so
Same.
not really
5 past
that much.
midnight.
I've got to work more tomorrow, so yeah.
Oof. Yeah. Okay. Sad. Yeah. No, I have tomorrow off, so I'm just gonna go late to bed and get up late and just chill,
Nice.
do absolutely nothing. Yeah. Needed.
I need
What
to.
about you, Atlanick?
I need to just get some food. I haven't eaten in. I don't even know. I had a little bit of a Pop-Tart when I went to go get water. I broke off a piece of a Pop-Tart, so that's been carrying me through.
That's like the most either workaholic or gamer kind of meal. It's just I'll live off half a Pop-Tart, a cup of coffee, and a cigarette. Thank you very much. Bye.
Yeah, I definitely
feel
have that. Like, I'll wake up, and if I start working too early, I won't eat because I'll just get so locked in.
Same. Yep,
And
same.
everybody's just like, dude, you're so skinny. And I'm like, I hate it too, but like, I don't know what to tell you. I don't think about eating. It doesn't cross my mind until I'm starving, and then it does.
Exactly. So for it, dude, exactly the same here. I don't eat for the first up to 6 hours of my day, and for the longest time, my parents and everyone was just like, "Oh my God, dude, fucking eat, man. You need to eat." And I'll be like, yeah, you're right. I should. I forget to eat, man. I'm so sorry.
And they're
Until
just like,
exactly, how can you forget to eat? And then I reached a certain age where I just started becoming comfortable with it, and now it's like, what do you mean I need to eat? Haven't you heard of intermittent fasting?
yeah, exactly. I've been trying to force myself to eat because I do want to put on some weight, because I've weighed like the same weight since I was like 16. I'm now 29. Like, I just think that's bizarre, but
Yep, literally the same here. I'm 30 and I've been this body since I was also about 14, 15. Grew up really fast, and then I just kind of stopped. And I have a crazy metabolism, so I've never been able to put on weight, but I also don't lose a lot of weight. Like when I get to this point here, it kind of just stops. So I'm always skinny, don't ever put on weight, and it's kind of boring.
Yeah, I feel you. We you know what? We're gonna up our year. We're gonna get ripped. We're gonna make badass music, and we're gonna play a lot of
Dude, exactly. Yeah, make the best music. We're gonna get ripped. We're gonna get all the ladies, and we're gonna play a lot of Wolves of Rome. We're gonna get rich. We're all gonna make it. We're gonna have cool cars, and live in Malibu.
Hey, that sounds like the life.
You want to join us, Niek?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, sure, why not?
Yeah, sure, I'm
right.
down. Sounds right. Exactly. Nice.
I mean, it doesn't beat coming in second and pulling a 1v1 of 1, but like,
Yeah, I mean,
exactly. Hey, what can beat that?
Benji.
Oh, I'm getting out of this one.
I'm out, boys. Bye.
Oh God.
Man. No, I do got to get going though. I got to eat something. We've been live for about 4 hours, and thank you so much, Tribunus, Steven, Nick, or Neek. I've always been wanting to call you Nick. Neek, shout outs to you for second. Shout outs to you for the 1v1, 1 of 1, and shout outs to Benji winning. Shout outs to NFT Touchable for giving out a code which we don't have yet. I will stay in touch with you, and we'll get that distributed. But thank you guys so much for watching. Remember to get outside, see your family, see your friends. We're here to make more money so that we can spend more time with them. Until next time, guys.
Exactly.
Peace.
Cheers, guys.
Bye bye. Thanks, mate.